All right, hello and welcome everybody to VR Master League Channel 1. I am Palidore and I've got some matches, a lot of them for you. May be joined by NightFiree a little later. In fact, I might be joined by a lot of casters a little later. We have potentially Dimwi, SputnikKobra, SuperDope. All three channels currently of VRML are filled up, so we are just really hyped here to have this kind of a element of participation, not only from teams but from casters, getting it done. So yeah, welcome guys to the stream. Big thanks to our sponsors, of course, for VR Master League Season 3 of Echo Arena and HyperX, Asterion Products. We have Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, Pro2 VR, VR Cover, and VRware.net. And as always, you can bet that these matches are going to be super hype because we have, again, a handful of indeed hype-voted matches here on the day, which is to say we're starting with Jay Jester's Unforgettable. Jay Jester's we actually just saw on Channel 2 a couple hours ago. But we also have a match between Nimbus and High Voltage, Kangorilla's Project Mayhem, Master Tier match. Following that, we should have Dust Bunnies versus There Is No Team. And pending on scheduling, we should also have, possibly on this channel, Flatliners versus... tip of my tongue here. From SirDimwi, might be casting that one on Channel 2 otherwise, versus Chaos, that's right. Of course. How could I forget Chaos? They're the team that I always love to watch because of their close games. But that said, the teams have been pinged that they are able to start whenever they please. So I'm going to get started on that soon. And if you guys are wondering why we are starting here at a unusual time, the start time a few minutes before, just to give us a little bit of buffer room. That's all it amounts to, because it is a busy night of streams on VRML Channel 1. Yeah, which is to say, I'm hyped for it. A lot of big games, but being only 30 minutes apart, it gets a little bit precarious sometimes. So, you know, appreciation to these teams for being up and in and hopefully ready to go shortly. Nice.
Double in size since last season, and they're all equally as hyped about this game that's coming down the line right here. And we're about to hop into this first joust.
On the Onward cast, of course, and great to have you guys here joining us today. So apologies for that brief delay, and right now with no delay, ooh, the first goal going in. It looks like actually a self goal from Jake. So saving it, but not at the same time.
Off to a interesting start, to say the least.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe a bounce off of the goalie there. Not sure what happened there, but the jousts are pretty on point out the gate here. Everyone's, I mean, that was a blitz right there, just nearly missed by Soapy. And this stack here is really challenging the disc right in their own zone.
Absolutely, and trying to make a kind of triangle formation on the rollout, which okay to go to, but you got to be careful with the passes. I mean, if you turn it over in the back line on your rollouts, it is so punishing most of the time, but they do get it out. So Oxen just getting it to Jake, or Owen, excuse me. There was an Oxen the other day, and now Jake passing it over to the wall.
Good bit of passing work here. Nice slap there away from, I think that was Coffee. He gets snagged there. Coffee actually coming up from the backside. Now they're trying to set up. A good bit of setup here. Nice snag here from Jago, stunned out as he tries to go for the grab and get that disc down range. And Bomber with a really good clear here. Where is the stack push? It's not there. Coffee snags and he's trying to pass it back to midfield.
Does so with some success. There is a stack there, just missing it, but they will gather themselves and try and get some boost. Not fast enough, though, because Loon is there for the 2, and it's a tied-up game. Off of that, just punishing the missed regrabs from the orange side.
Yeah, the hype is through the roof right now. You know, Looney, Coffee, I'm listening into their comms. They are really, really, like, they're yelling their communication. You know, just now when they were getting into the tube, they said, "I need to calm down. I need to relax a little bit." And that's part of that's the feeling you get when you play in the VRML, right? That hype that you get. You get so energized. It's just that extra level of that extra beat in your heart. You know, here comes a good setup. Bomber blast with disc in hand. Ooh, stunned out, and a great intercept from Owen.
Well, to that point as well, that's true on a regular week, but what about week 1 of season 3, our biggest season yet, and this is the first streams for many of these teams, not actually J Jesters in the sense that they actually were streamed their first time a couple hours ago, but still, you gotta figure there's some jitters there, knowing that you're coming in here in front of a big audience who's excited to see you play.
I mean, this is wild. These are new teams, and they are looking good. A good shot on goal, just dings on the upper side of the goal there. And I mean, these guys are, their comms are on point. They're playing aggressively. They're locked in. Here comes a good setup. Hyena trying to get the toss out. He's got another one coming in, and the shot from the bottom side of the goal, just underneath the goalie. And Hyena, another 2.
That was deceptively fast. Sometimes you see these players just walk it in, throw in a bunch of fakes, windmills, aim for the corners, but that shot, it may not have had a lot of fakes, but it just came out so hot and immediately that, he had success getting it through and might do it again with a turnover off the joust. Unfortunate turnaround for blue, but for orange, they are pouring the shots in.
You know, you gotta stay, you gotta keep that hype and work with it, right? You know, you can't let yourself get too hyped and sort of forget about the basics and forget about the intercepts that could come at you like that. And you got to keep a clear mind, a clear focus here. Let's see if they can get a good setup. They seem to be aware that they're not really out of this yet. It's just been a bit of a rough 2 goals here, and now they're trying to set something up in the midfield.
Rocktor is saying the way that that shot was thrown reminded him of my shot. Thanks, I think, but I was a very straight arm shooter, admittedly. But with Owen Killis here, with the disc having it lost, a big pile up of orange and blue, and now just a scramble, mad scramble for the disc on the side.
Owen's got disc in hand. Not his whole offense isn't here though. Oh no, he does have one under goal. They're trying to set something up. A good pass to the bottom side of the goal, and the shot. Oh, a fantastic save from River.
And right down the river, but unfortunately they cannot afford to turn that back over, but they do. It's Looney looking for the bounce, or almost. I've seen those go in a few times, and they always hurt when they do. But that said, Hyena Dragon retains and sends it waiting for that clear, and the boost is now underway.
Really good defense there. Just like you said, aware of the bounce off the back end. The stack just going wide there, and they had an open goal opportunity, but it doesn't quite go in. Good pass to Soapy. He tries to backboard it, but misses on the bottom side of the backboard. Coffee intercepts and gets the disc out of their zone for now.
All right, and for now is the key word, but obviously the pace of this game now, just frantic. Again, we see the mid lane pile-ups here forming, but with that, maybe the defense off balance enough? No, they come through with a stun. Hyena being taken off guard and now have to get on guard to deny the other side of the floor and not concede any kind of open goals potentially, but they actually will retain, so River Bear with it brings it back up.
Jade Jester's doing a good job of having disc control here in the middle of this game, really wearing down the like of the Unforgettable squad. And it seems like they are still focused. The comm's still on point for the Unforgettable, but they got to get a goal here. They got to get something going. Ooh, there's Bomber Blast shutting down what could have been an open goal.
Well, could still be yet. They have the defense once more off balance, trying to get back into the goal, and actually they do recover nicely. So credit to them now spreading the floor, but one player actually being left alone. Unfortunate. Looney tuned in. 6-4.
A bit of a float there to the corner of the goal. Just kind of, I don't know if it's an intentional juke, but a juke nonetheless. And you can hear the like of Unforgettable laugh it off, stay focused. But geez, their comms, I mean, they are really, I wouldn't say panic, but they are, they're very hype. Yeah,
well, the actions per minute in Echo on average are huge, right? So sometimes, just by its very nature, you're hyped because there's so much happening around you at once, as at a split second, Owen with a disc, and now just trying to split it off, backing it out wisely, maybe trying to, calm it down and find some peace through the chaos.
Oh, a nice float up there to Coffee, and they are doing a good job of setting up. Coffee sees everything in front of him. He's QBing this, and a good pass to the bottom. Oh, the shot gets rejected there. Coffee able to re-grab, and goes for a nice, quick shot on goal. That goes wide. The stack's going to get back together, and they're going to push themselves back down the goal. Can they get there in time to defend?
Oh, question is, let's see, the bounce is there. It's going to be available for any player to get it, but now a stun going out on Hyena. That said, Bomber coming through, getting stunned as well. Coffee Zombie sends it out, and right back to some more mid-lane chaos as Bomber comes away with it. But quick handoff, actually a lovely handoff to Soapy, but now getting a bit dirty with the stuns, and that's going to be cleared.
Coffee doing some work in that little bit of a cycle there, if you will. He tries to get the shot on goal. He's playing good defense and then quickly gets back with the stack, able to put out some key stuns and prevent that offense from really jiving together. And now he's going to stack in. They're going to push down, and Coffee's trying to get hold of Disc again.
All right, Coffee does just that, gets it to the nest, a wise pass, and maybe they'll find the goal. Tied up, beautiful delivery. Jake the assist to Owen, but everyone on the team just doing some good work to find the open guy and then find the more open guy for the score.
Super hyped over there on the like of the unforgettable after that goal. I don't know if you heard the screams of joy from scoring, but like I said, they are really locked in here. Now, the blitz, again, they've been trying the blitz nearly every time when it's been in the hands of Jay Jesters, and it hasn't quite worked out, but it's gotten close.
Yeah, and danger close because there's Looney trying to contest River Bear and just sliding past the few midfield players and actually hits the third one. So Bomber Blast takes it away. Got to shout out Bomber Blast because when he was on stream on VRML 2 just a couple hours ago, had an MVP caliber effort on his team for sure, both defensively and offensively. Had some saves, had some threes, a little bit of everything.
And you love to see such an even match so early in the week. You know, I mean, this is day 3 of season 3, and already these teams seem so well matched together. This is such a good back and forth here. We have now Jay Jesters trying to set something up. The pass up top, a bit of a shutdown. Oh, Coffee trying to be that interceptor.
Ooh, the shot coming off hot will be saved by Jay. Couldn't quite get enough oomph behind it, but still, I love the pass work that's being shown by these teams. As you mentioned, just the development that they're coming along with compared to what we be used to in Echo's past. It's just a thing to behold, so you gotta love it.
It's absolutely insane. It's everyone just getting more competitive in Echo, you know, and it gets me even more hyped for those master tier games that we get to show off. I think later today, you know, that's going to be incredible. I mean, this one is so good right here. Here comes the stack in. The toss on the open goal. Oh no, another wide shot. That's their second missed open goal.
Oh yeah, those ones are going to hurt, especially with 35 seconds left. Could seal it, could still do so, and Coffee Zombies come alive, and it's 8-6.
Coffee is playing out of his shoes right now. He has done some fantastic stuns. He's been intercepting Disc, great passes in the setup, and then a fantastic shot on the upper side of the goal there. And you heard from his teammates, when did you become a striker? You know, clearly Coffee just on one right now.
Absolutely, and 9 seconds left. They got to get on one real quick onto the front line that is, otherwise we'll be on to the next one. Now let's see, it's off the wedge, 3 seconds and just no time, so it will indeed be the victory in first round to unforgettable, but nothing forgettable about it.
Seriously, a memorable, if you will, round 1 here out of this team. You know, fresh MMR, they are unranked. They haven't played a match this season. Obviously, it's only been 2 days, so not a lot of time. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see what they can do in the second round, because this really is the test of a team. Can you focus? Yeah. Can you stay locked in? Can you continue to ride the momentum of your lead, or do you maybe start to underestimate, your opponent, and then you give an opening? You know, Jay Jesters have played a game already. They've won 16-15. They had a close series. They know how to compete when it gets down to the line, and they were close there, only 2 points out. They're not going to go down easy here, and their comms are very focused. They're discussing what they're going to do next. How do we compete? What is this team going to bring to us in this second round? And it's just, you love to see it.
Yeah, definitely. And for the stream side of things, we do have the comms typically muted. That said, I'm really glad to have our casters listening sometimes to give us insight on what the thought process is of the teams. Certainly gets frenetic with 8 players all in the arena trying to figure out exactly what they're doing on a split-second basis, but Yeah, it's so vital. Communication is so vital in a game like this. Any team game, really, but especially a team sport like Echo, where if you're not using your teammates as your eyes and ears, you indeed are going to be at the disadvantage.
Seems like we do have a bit of a technical pause here, if you're wondering why we're not diving straight into this next round. But I think they had a bit of a ping issue, and we'll see if they have any available subs. I guess, hey, something to talk about for everyone that's tuning in and maybe has a new team they've formed. Always good to have a sub. Always good to have that fourth and fifth roster slot filled for moments like this when you need to bring in a fourth, and with someone that you know, that you trust, that you've practiced with, you know, and even. And I always say in a situation where maybe you've already won the series, always good to bring him in for another round, just to get him game time. Yeah,
for sure. And we've spoken a few times in the past, you know, Dimwi and I and whatnot on some of these streams, just kind of shooting the breeze. But I think the future of Echo Arena, I don't know how far in the future, but at some point it's going to go the direction where you see a lot more teams start utilizing, you know, full six-man rosters and actually having these calculated rotations based on the flow of the game or based on the matchup that you're against, like we do see in traditional sports, for instance. Some teams do it in VRML and Echo Arena, but it's still not a widespread kind of thing, which I think eventually one day it shall.
That's the kind of theory crafting I always love diving into in these esports moments, because, you know, it's so, I don't know if it's unique, but there's so much in the back end of this sport that you're seeing in front of you. You know, there's so much thought process that goes into these teams. Yeah, that's a great, I mean, imagine if you have one squad, for example, of 4 that are skilled at quick stacks and blitzing and being aggressive, and then you lose that aggressive round. You then sub in your alts that are familiar with a slower game style, and you can completely change how your team's approach is going up against that enemy. I mean, you can really throw off your opponent in terms of what you bring to the field. There's tons of interesting thought, you know, experiments to go on there for sure.
Yeah, and even at that point, if we ever get those God comms, you know, where the casters can talk to the players directly in the match, we could even if we see something toxic, we can just yell at them and send them to the timeout box and have them switch someone else in. It's great. One day.
Or we could be interviewing live Palidore, imagine.
Or we can just send them to timeout.
Or we can send them to timeout.
Or interview.
I think we're about to finally hop in to our next round. Round 2, the joust underway. We'll see who wants. Oh no, and a botched launch. They bonked, and now 2 sitting in the backfield here. They need to get back up an advantage, certainly, as Owen gets disc in hand, and they start to set up. Looney, almost getting stunned out.
And we'll get it to Owen, though. Owen immediately to the shoulder. One of the defenders on bubble diving out. The one in the goal off the backboard will be retained by the Coffee Zombie. The Coffee Zombie. Finding that backboard play a good idea. The execution not there. Will it matter? Nope, because Owen is right there with the binoculars on the rebound.
Coffee Zombie involving himself in that play there. Solid bit of pass work and a good setup on the backside of goal. And interesting, again, I'm tuning in just to the side of Jade Jesters and just trying to stay focused, trying to stay calm. They just had a game, like you said earlier, and the comms were that this is, you know, an similar team. You know, we can beat this team. We just won a game earlier against a team like this. So they're staying focused. They're trying to stay locked in. We'll see if it's enough as the setup here coming in from Unforgettable. No, actually, excuse me, Jade Jesters scoring.
And yeah, we'll be just like that, tied up 2 apiece. So far the pace of this second round, not too unfamiliar with what we've seen earlier on, not just in this stream, but the ones earlier on in the day. That again, the last one, it was Jade Jesters versus the Wolves, and that went all the way to 3 rounds, and very fun watch as we continue the second one here.
Set up here from Unforgettable, and a brief pause in the chaos as they do try and set something up in the midfield. A bit of passing back and forth, and here they go. They're going to get themselves in position, trying to get that diamond around goal so that they can pass effectively, but it hasn't been easy. Oh, a bit of a pass almost intercepted. Just a bit more of that slow roll. A nice pass up to Coffee, and Coffee with a shot, a quick one, bouncing off the geode and snagged by River Bear. An excellent denial from him.
Absolutely. Nice placement, to be fair to Coffee, but even better reach out on that from River Bear, as that almost gets in there, dunking it in right as the defense almost recovers. It's the 2-point lead going the way of Orange Jade Jesters.
A good bounce back from this Jade squad. You know, they had just lost the round before. They had just lost that first point. And now a quick 4 gets them into the lead in a round that they must win if they want to keep this series going. We'll see what Unforgettable can do here. If they can just keep the pace, keep the momentum. Because it seemed like when they tried to slow things up, it didn't really work out. And I think the pace needs to stay quick. They need to keep it aggressive so they can counter the aggressive that they're getting from the likes of Jade Jesters.
And aggressive is the right word. Look at all this defense there. All 3 members outside the bubble. It's going to open the 1-on-1. Oh, unfortunate. River Bear, he got the save, but also didn't. And not happy. You can see it in the body language, and I don't blame him.
Could hear it in the comms too. Some serious screaming going on there. Very disappointed in missing that goal. And I mean, hey, it's a quick shot. And those hard quick shots are hard to do. Oh no, another botched launch there. This time from Unforgettable, and maybe the nerves getting into play there, going too early on the launch.
Yeah, so they'll just have to set up in the half court the old-fashioned way, as Owen will get the disc back, actually. So instead, it's going to be sent over to the orange side. Maybe going for the floor bounce, but takes a few awkward ones off the boot. Still, though, watch the speed, and they fly by the disc. So missed opportunity on what could have been a good grab, but still, I like to see them really quickly on the stacks. They're not wasting time once that disc is gone.
Not ideal here to get this disc. Oh, nicely snagged there. If that had gone the other way, that could have been bad news. Could have been a stack come flying in from the likes of Jesters, but instead it's a bit of a slow roll here as they do crawl across the floor. A good stun from Owen. He gets to slap out there, and a bit of a pause for Unforgettable as they were getting pressured.
Yeah, Owen getting the best of that one-on-one situation. However, his team is not able to get to the disc first, so conceding this to Hyena Dragon, going for a bounce of the boost, and the goal will be there. It's available. Couldn't they score? No! Denying again. There's Owen, and indeed, they will win if they can keep that up.
Really good stack movement there to get back into goal. Never give up in those moments, because it's times like those when you can get there in time if you quick stack move to snag the disc from the backboard. Just a great save there to deny what seemed like a pretty easy goal. And here comes a really quick triple stack and open goal shot. Oh, snag, and then dragged in by Hyena.
Oh no, that's the second time in a row. A near save, just working its way in. Unfortunately, it looks like the backwards momentum still turned that into the 2, but it's tough. I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. Those are always just kicks to the gut if you're a goalie.
And I mean, geez, what a great way to start off this Thursday night throwdown of a block here. A fantastic start in this series from these 2 new teams to the league, and a great steal from Coffee. He is playing out of his mind today here. A great steal. There comes the stack push out from Tube, and they're right there trying to snag. No, they can't. River able to dodge just barely, and back on defense they go.
See Zen in the chat asking the score of the first round. It was 8-6, but watch out, that goal almost gets stuck with the score. Might still yet. There's Soapy cleaning on up. It's the tie game in round 2.
Really good work there from Jade. They had their brawler in the backside there, was stunning goalie, forcing him to try and headbutt that disc out instead of getting his hands on it, and just a good bit of teamwork to get that open goal shot while the goalie was essentially in it. And now things are tied up yet again as the blitz coming in, just missing. See if they can capitalize off of a lack of defense.
Yeah, trying to do just that, taking a bounce, eventually getting to River Bear. River being stunned, but then right back, grabbing again. So trying to invert, seeing if they can convert, but unfortunately the ding will make them hurt, and it's back to Bomber.
A bit of a brief pause. This has been very back and forth, very quick. Stacks very fast to get to disc. Both squads playing well here, playing quick. Very few mistakes coming in at this point in the middle of this game here in round 2. And this is, again, a must-win for the like of Jade Jesters. They have to get this round or they're losing the series.
And unfortunately, looks like a crash may have occurred on one end. Indeed, there goes the player, and there goes the bomb being dropped by Looney. It looks like he'll still get the disc back, though, for River. River trying to a soft handoff will actually bounce, very fortunately, off the post, trying to make a three right out in the outer edge, slapping it in. Oh, my goodness. Bomber Blast does it again.
Really nice slap there in, and, you know, it's the reality of an online, league, is that sometimes disconnects happen. You have to play through, and now they can take a brief pause, which I think they will. They try and sort out their fourth. But yeah, that 4v3 advantage and the slap in, they just overwhelmed around goal, and now they have a lead in a round that they need it the most.
Yeah, and we'll see how this turns out here. They got the 5 minutes on these technical pause issues, and we'll be hoping for the return so we can get, a solid conclusion to this round, maybe even a round 3 in the works. We shall definitely see. Will say I'm a little bit concerned on the pause button, though, in the sense that I think that was hit rather late, so this might be awkward when it comes to joust time, but we shall see what happens there. Hoping for the best, though, certainly, and for not too many delays.
We'll see, and these are moments that are, you really got to stay focused right here as a team. You've been so hyped up for a series, and you're getting now a moment of a full, complete lull. You can't let yourself get too loose here. You can't lose the focus that you need to keep going, because like I've been saying, this is a must-win round for the like of Jade Jesters if they want to continue to compete in this series. Otherwise, it's going to be two points right away to Unforgettable.
All right, now, these guys are about to forget everything and bumping noggins trying to knock that disc loose. Once upon a time in Echo, you were able to headbutt the disc after goals and snag it free so you can kind of mess around with it after goals were scored. It was patched out for kind of unrelated side reasons with another patch back in November, December, something like that, 2017. The whole community, they were very sad about it, and I still kind of am, I won't lie.
Well, certainly a lot to be happy about now this week, at least, Palidore. It's been just a blast to tune in to all of the Echo Arena VRML channels. I've really been enjoying watching all of the new casters come in, all the new teams come in. The Masters tier games are super exciting to tune into. We have one again, as I mentioned, later tonight. You're going to want to tune into that. And if you are new here while we have a bit of a downtime, don't be afraid to hit that follow button. I do all kinds of Echo Arena VRML casts here. I mean, at this point, we might as well have a TV channel, live, Echo Arena TV, because we're live almost 8 or 9 hours. It feels like a day with so many games, so many casts going on. It's really, it's a great time to be watching Echo Arena. Oh yeah, absolutely. And on that note, well, 17 minutes ago, I forgot to call it out at the time, Jaywalker with 3 zeros at the end, so the trend of jaywalkers joining the Twitch continues. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I do like Jaywalkers, so hey, it's fine. But going back to the round, and let's get it going. The continuation, 228, 8-6 in favor of Jade. So Jade were practicing something during that downtime. It was a backwards stack, and they were going really quick. It seemed like they did try it out the launch there, and it didn't quite work, so maybe not why they were out there early, but here they are, an open goal on the backside. Like you said, it was a bit of an awkward start out the joust there, so quick after that pause, but either way, Jade bounced back from a weird launch and get that goal. That they did, and right back up by 4 now, so this is gonna put the Unforgettable team on the back burner, kind of, or on their heels, I should say, because they really know that they need to push this pace fast if they want a chance to close this out in a sweep. Another bonk to launch from Jade there. So again, a little late to the party, giving the opportunity here for Unforgettable to set up inside their zone, but the stuns are here and frequent, and I can't really get anything going. The midfield battle here as the pass goes a bit wide. The brawling coming in as Bomber gets his hand on the disc, and the setup coming out here from Jade now. All right, and bouncing it, just a little bit of a dribble as Looney sends it out. Shout out Anubis and Super Staff for the follows as well. Welcome again, and thanks for watching, tuning in, and 4 points once more. They are especially on the heels because now they got to act even faster than they did just a minute ago, and the pace of this game, I mean, it's not really benefiting Unforgettable at the moment. Yeah, that timeout did seem to sort of hurt them. somehow have another joy. Maybe it's going to be a sub they're going to bring in just in case. But either way, still 4v4 out here in the field. A bit of a stun there as they go for disc. And here comes the setup from Looney. They're trying to get inside the zone and can't quite get things going as the brawling here from Soapy is putting a bit of a wrench in their plans. Hyena with a good stun out. The shot there to the backboard can't quite go out. And it's chaos inside the zone of Jade.
Oh, the defense again. So impressive, so very clutch. Can they turn it into offense here as well? Maybe just put in a few more to end this round. Let's see. Soapy bringing it up with 20. No one up high, but maybe off the bounce. A little bit rough. Doesn't matter because the time is not going to be there for our comeback. It's going to be a third round NightFiree after this final score from Hyena.
You'll love to see it. You know, you'll love to see it. A warm-up of the Thursday block here, and it is, I mean, the first game, it is out the gate. An exciting one, to say the least. I don't know what we're going to get out of this round 3, because Unforgettable, if they just refocus here, they'll be able to bounce back. They have the ability. You know, they did really well in round 1. They got that win. They kept things close. They kept things close here until the timeout, and then they just kind of lost their momentum. And now, you know, we go into this third round, and we'll see what team can stay focused, what team can keep the momentum that they've managed to generate for these last 2 rounds going.
Oh yeah, exactly that, and it will be definitely. I mean, I'll be on the edge of my seat. I know that much. Me and Strembitsky, we were casting. I told you the Unforgettable or the J Jesters versus Wolves a couple hours ago, as well. We were on the edge of our seat. We were hyped and just about breaking our voices on a couple of those plays in the late game in the clutch. And I mean, again, coming from people who've been involved in Echo Arena, watching this game for 3 years, it doesn't get old seeing these epic plays, comebacks, and round 3s and potential overtime threats and things like that. It's just the greatness continues.
Does seem like we have another bit of a tech pause for, again, the reason why we're not diving straight into round 3. And I mean, you got to wonder if this has affected the Unforgettable momentum at all. You know, having this inconsistency in your fourth, not really letting you get into a good momentum.
Well, looks like that said, we do have. Well, temporarily we had the fourth joining back, so I'm not quite sure where this is going, except inside the goal for 3. That's where 70 meters on the headbutt.
I don't know what happened there for Jade, but they had their fourth, and then they lost it at the launch while the fourth joined for Unforgettable. It's a bit chaotic here in this server, but now they're down to 3. Have disc in hand, and we'll see if he can reconnect in time to come out of gate and help them defend at the very least. A good intercept there. Good pass. The disc goes wide. Oh, a goal though. Bounced off the backboard. The missed shot results in a 3 from Coffee, and now a 6-0 lead for Unforgettable.
Oh, Coffee just beamed him. Wow. Crazy start to the first minute. Down players or not. I mean, the neutral joust hits off the headbutt, and then the bouncer from midfield. That is just a backbreaking way to start round 3.
Again, the blitz coming out there, but doesn't quite intercept what it needs to. A good bit of control from Bomber as he managed to avoid the intercept, and here they go, a 3-man setup. They seem to have some sort of momentum going. No, the stun from Owen shuts them down. The stack has to get back in time, and they're all over the place. Here's their fourth rejoin. Maybe he can get there in time to defend. No, he can't. 2 dunked in, and now Unforgettable 8-0.
All right, so with that, I mean, definitely not the kind of game you want to join back into as a fourth, seeing that. But you got to recognize 8 minutes on the clock, so if we can just calm it down, play it cool, there's still hope yet.
Absolutely. This team has come back from a deficit already, too, and ended up winning the round 12-6. So a team that can definitely bounce back. And now that they have their fourth, maybe it'll reinvigorate them. Maybe catch Unforgettable out by surprise. The miss Pap. Oh, Hyena just missing that disc. Gets stunned out, and then intercepted by Owen.
All right, Owen sending it just immediate clear. Boost, there's a chain breaking off. Owen a little overshoot, so Bomber Blast gets to control the disc back. Hyena giving a stun, maybe a couple more in the midfield as they try and separate themselves to bring it to the front line, because they just left 3 different blue players behind, so this is a bad situation. If you're on Unforgettable, the pass, the completion, beautiful, and execution flawless on that whole run up the floor.
It's a really good setup from the whole team there too. Bomber on the bottom side of the zone, really just sort of drawing a bit of a distraction, giving options to the QB there so that he could either throw to the bottom of the zone or throw to the top, and he ends up going for the top. A great shot on goal, two into the on the board, and let's see if they can blitz here and bounce back. They try to get an early intercept, can't quite get it. Now that they have 4, they feel a bit more confident in that play, but they're stacking themselves back, and they're going to be there to play defense.
Exactly, and Looney just bringing it up, though. The defense nowhere to be found, it seems. He just walks it in for the 2-point conversion. They're back up by 8.
A little too much brawling there in the middle of their zone. They weren't quite there on the back end, but either way, a good bit of work from them inside the zone, and they are really running away with this 10-2. What a disparity in comparison to what the rest of this series has shown.
Yeah, and chat they're calling for the comeback a minute ago, maybe starting now or starting again. Yellow Man stopping in, but let's see. Bomber Blast having it stolen, so Looney again with the stuns, but Bomber and Soapy now trying to recover on the defensive end and just cover those lanes, and I do love to see that because look, they got the disc back from that pressure.
Really good stun, and when I talked earlier, I raised the question, who's going to be a team that rides momentum best? A good goal there from Hyena to get them onto the board here, closing that gap. The comeback, like you said, maybe starting now, but what team can ride momentum the best? And right now, Unforgettable really coming out the gate well here after a round loss, a tough one too, 12-6. And able to bounce back from that and then get 10-4 here. I mean, really good job from Unforgettable. The question is can they hold this lead? Can they continue to put more points on the board? Because Jade are not going to let this one go easily. They're continuing to compete here, trying to put rounds on the board. They have plenty of time. 5:45 on the clock. Well,
the Cloud, that Geo there, just denying that Nest pass. Otherwise, the right look, just kind of got surprised by the placement of the Geo, I suppose. But they will still retain it, send it to the station. There's Jake looking to the shoulder. Soapy diving out, but just missing the grab. But no, River Bear will not. So great coverage on the defense, even after that first defender slipped by. But that said, a rebound, another chance from Looney, backing it out again.
Not quite a full clear. Bomber trying to intercept in the midfield there, and the shot dings. Maybe off the top of the goal there, I'm not sure, but either way, Owen gets one in from the bottom of the zone. 12-4 now, that lead, again, pushed up just a bit, but it's only 8 points, and like I said, plenty of time for this Jade Jesters to work with. We'll see what they can do. They're still focused, their com's still on point. We'll see if it's enough for them to set something up here inside the zone of Unforgettable, because they haven't had much luck this round doing that.
Yeah, and like you said, there is time indeed, but the problem is after another minute or two, they can't afford to keep trading these goals, so have to be very careful to start being more decisive with these moves and not just stay down eternally by 8 points this whole time. And with that, maybe some separation if they can get that disc. Oh, the ankle, very tough. Rebound by Jake.
Can't quite get his hands on the disc there for Bomber Blaster, but yeah, he tries to go for that low goal, and the angle, like you said, just too awkward. Maybe the bounce shot would have been the best option there, but either way, this disc still in the hands of Jade. There's still a threat in the zone. A good pass to the bottom of it, a good denial of the stun there, and another good block. Fantastic moves here from Bomber to keep himself alive and keep himself an option in the top corner here, and really good defense coming in from Unforgettable. Just stuns in the face of this offense, not letting them get the passes they need.
Yeah, not at all. I look at just, again, aggression here. No time to work with for Owen. Hyena gets it right back, sends it to the barrier, but beautiful coverage once more. This time Looney, who's been doing very well for himself out in the midfield on the defense and with some of these brawls. But that said, back to Soapy yet again, and more time ticking off of this clock. Yeah. So here it goes. It's coming into the crunch.
They really they have to apply the pressure. They have to get one in here, and they do. Really good cross to the center, draws out the defense with a potential 3-point angle there, forces them to go up and stun, and then uses that moment in a lack of coverage to pass down to his teammates. Jade Jester's still locked in. They're only down by 2 threes and reinforcing that with their team so that they can stay focused here. Let's see if they can get a good launch. They do. The stack's there on the blitz. Can't quite get disc, but we'll see if they can stack this on the corner. They can. They have disc in hand. Can they stack a couple of points? No, the open 3 goes wide.
Oh, that would have been phenomenal. Hyena Dragon had Jake stunned out by the barrier, so the coordination was incredible on that play. Clock management now, once again, though. 3 minutes left. They're down by 6. They still have time. They can afford to be a little patient, just not too much, as he gets stunned out. Hyena, a double dive from the goalie. That would have, it was risky, but it looks like it may have paid off at least for that first battle in the defensive side.
Oh no, stunned out there, getting a little too, I wouldn't say greedy, but going to get the pass off early enough to his teammate, gets stunned out and snagged. 2:30 left, and again, still just 2 threes away. What they can't do is allow for this unforgettable team to bounce back here and get any more points on the board.
Absolutely not. Any shot, 2 or 3 for that matter, will just make things exponentially tougher in the clutch. Let's see. Talk about clutch. The release from Coffee Zombie was immediate. Anything but a zombie. NightFiree, you mentioned it. He's popping off here.
I mean, he may be finding himself his role on this team. You know, I think they seem surprised Coffee's the striker here, but he has been the striker in this series. He has been up in the face of the opponents. He has been putting out great shots on the goal. And I mean, the passing there from Unforgettable, such a good, a bit of a Z pattern, if you will, a lightning bolt of passes back and forth to get the setup in the zone. A really good 2 points. And now they're just trying to play defense. They just need to play good, clean defense for maybe another 30 or 40 seconds.
Right.
If they can prevent any goals from coming in here, it's going to be their series.
And let's see. Well, they won't prevent that. 90 seconds left. Bringing it back closer, but we'll see. I mean, they're going to definitely need to pop in a 3 or 2 here soon. So it's all about that speed. It's all about the aggression on the joust about to come.
It's really Unforgettable's game to lose here. It's going to be a mistake from them that Jay Jester's going to have to capitalize on here so they can really stack some points here. The blitz coming out quick and fast, doesn't get the disc as they were hoping. Gets passed off though, and it does go wide. They may have an opportunity here to set something up. Stunned out, gets his hand on disc, trying to set something. The pass goes off and gets denied. 57 seconds left. No, they can't. Another stun on the back end. Owen gets his disc, and now he's clearing it out. 50 seconds. The time gets lower and lower, harder and harder for this Jay Jester's team to come back.
Oh no, wow. Double, oh no, it's River Bear getting denied the save and, clutching it though, nonetheless, on the side here of Unforgettable. The defense was incredible on the other side of the floor. They had some big clutches, but with that, they have definitely secured themselves this win in 3 rounds, 16-8. Wow, what a game though, NightFiree.
Both teams playing really well today. I mean, again, you know, these teams coming out here in this first week playing so good. I am so excited to watch both of these squads evolve over the course of this season and see how they grow, see what the kind of strategies they start to develop, what kind of plays they start to work through. This is just them getting their beak sweat in the league, right? Just getting that first feeling of victory. The hype definitely there for Unforgettable, but either way, a great back and forth from both squads. I'm really looking forward to seeing how both of these teams grow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even with this loss and kind of splitting their 2 matches that they've had here for Jay Jesters on the day of streams, definitely impressed with what I saw. You know, win or lose on these games, and then Unforgettable. Like I said, not to go to the well too many times, but definitely won't forget them anytime soon. I'm excited to see their development over the course of this quite long season over the next several months. That's the best part. We'll get to have multiple looks without a doubt. But that said, we do have our next match scheduled to start, well, imminently, which is to say going to be High Voltage coming in versus Nimbus. So we're going to try and redirect and organize ourselves and be back within the next few minutes. But NightFiree, thank you so much for joining us on this cast.
Oh, really happy to be here. Can't wait to watch the rest of the night's matches.
Yes, indeed. All right, so I'll leave it on the stat screen for you guys at home while we organize ourselves for the next match really quickly. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to another exciting matchup of Echo Arena. This time it is on the VRML channel 1. I'm SputnikKobra and I'm joined by my co-casters SuperDope and
what is up?
Palidore on camera. And we're about to be underway with this match with the neutral joust underway, and it will be won by High Voltage, knocked towards the wall on the back court of Nimbus. So SuperDope, I did cut you off. Feel free to say hi now.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friendly neighborhood caster here, SuperDope, and we have an exciting game for you here. As Sputnik mentioned, we have a High Voltage versus Nimbus, and Nimbus with the disc right now, bringing it up. We have Leo the Great there, looking for a pass. He finds it across now to Captain Will. Captain Will sends it all the way back to reset things now, and Skill is gonna just have some time here. Oh, as I say that, intercepted here. The pass gets cleared out by High Voltage.
And at mid, it will be picked up by Goran Jr. Goran sending it along that trench and being picked up by Fire Ninja. He's going to fire that one right towards the goal at 5 meters. So the first 2 points will go to High Voltage.
Great interception there by Fire Ninja, reading that clear, and an easy shot there for 2 points to start things off.
And these team comms are loud. They're cheering in excitement. First 2 points going to High Voltage. So joust advantage now to Nimbus. To take it will be Leo the Great. He'll lose it to Laws. Laws quick on that snag, finding it, putting it in for another 2 points.
Another speedy interception there by High Voltage. You see that speed is so key here in winning these arena matches.
Absolutely. And looking at this now, it's going to be joust advantage to Nimbus once again. Leo the Great to be a little bit quicker on that one, sending it to 2. Fire Ninja almost finding that interception and getting that pass down court to Skill. Skill looking for an angle. Gonna send it, trying to send it to post. It's gonna bounce off the Geo and they're gonna reset it back to Leo.
Yeah, Skill almost had that shot here. A difficult angle, but they're resetting things here, making their way into the bubble. And a nice punch out. The turnover happens, but it's a little bit of fumbling going on as the disc makes its way out to the bubble. And Nimbus is going to reset here. The defense pressure is on by High Voltage, but Nimbus manages to get the pass inside the bubble. And a nice steal there by Phoenix at the last second as he manages to clear it out.
And Phoenix will find that clear and this shot coming through, but it will be stopped by Skill getting right back into the bubble on time, sending that pass off the Geo to Shepard, and that stack will follow it through mid, but it's going to bounce off the Geo, be loose for a second, and be slapped down the tube towards that player of High Voltage, but Goran Jr. will be stunned down, and now in the hands of Nimbus, now in the hands of High Voltage. It's back and forth right now.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth here. Lulz ends up with it though, able to clear it out. High Voltage now putting a lot of pressure there inside the bubble. The goalie is in position, but not in time, and 2 points. Again, it's a High Voltage, making it a 6-0 lead here in this first round.
High Voltage playing with a lot of intensity, finding these angles, finding these shots, recovering these clears in the bubble of Nimbus, and Nimbus is just having a hard time getting their offense started.
Yeah, we'll see if Nimbus is able to turn things around here. They are able to get that pass out in time, although it does make its way past his teammate there and through the tunnels. They do manage to come up with the disc, though. They send it back to Leo the Great. He has got a lot of time there. He sends it all the way over to Captain Will, who sends it down and is intercepted by Phoenix. A nice grab, but stolen by Shepard. Brought back into the bubble. A shot, and it's saved. Hanging around right outside the goal, but no shot able to follow up, and the clear comes out from High Voltage there.
And being picked up by that stack, Shepard with possession, sending it back for that reset to the ceiling, but under pressure. Excuse me, that's forward pass. I'm losing track, and Leo the Great will find that pass from Skill and put it in. So that's 2 points. Answering this scoreless streak is Nimbus.
Yeah, Nimbus finally able to get on the board here. A nice play from them, putting a lot of pressure on High Voltage. This game is definitely a game, you know, it's not a blowout here, and we'll see how High Voltage does here with their first disc advantage in the match. And they send it over to Phoenix here. A little bit of squabble there in the tunnels, and Nimbus comes out on the end here. They manage to get the clear out, but it doesn't get too far. They come out on top again, sending a nice pass all the way. It's a one-on-one here in the tunnels. The defense comes in. Oh, the pass back does not hit the mark, and Leo the Great comes up with it. But as I say that, a steal and a weird bounce, and eventually it makes its way into no man's land here, and that's going to be Shepard coming up with the disc here to reset things on offense.
So Shepard with possession, sitting along the wall, Skill picking it up off that bounce, and Chad is saying, who is Skill? I don't know who Skill is. I don't know if that's an alt or that's a new player, but intercepting that pass will be a member of High Voltage, and pursuing it to mid. The stack will find it and send it off that upper geo, up the ceiling, and picking it up and sending it forward in front of the goal. But Shepard coming out of goal, reading that pass, sending that pass forward to Tube, and another shot coming through a little high, and High Voltage will be there to grab it.
Yeah, that clear comes out in the middle there, and it will be received by Captain Will. Captain Will getting punched out, though. The disc makes its way over to Skill. Skill sends it back over to Leo, and Leo's making his way towards the bubble now. A defender behind him sends another backwards pass here. A lot of movement on this side of Nimbus here, but they seem to be doing a good job at cycling through the defense here. Another pass right up to the top. Oh, right dinked off the crossbar there, and it's going to be a rebound back into no man's land, picked up by Fire Ninja, and he will get the clear.
And down and trap, it will be Slap, trying to find that Slap out of their back court. Captain Will pick it up. They'll keep this offensive pressure with these short passes. Captain Will up to the ceiling to Leo the Great. Leo the Great down to the floor, and another great read from this goalie, Phoenix. Phoenix able to respond in kind of Shepard's own interceptions coming out of goal, and sending it through the bottom part of the court. It will bounce off the trench. A bit of frantic play from these teams and going for that 1v1, and coming out of goal will be Captain Will getting that stun and stopping that attempt.
Oh, fantastic save there by Captain Will. Yeah, that was a 2v1 at the end there, the cross pass, but Captain Will there, a fantastic read on that, able to shut that play down. And now we have the reset here by High Voltage. They managed to come up with the disc after that clear, and they're going to be setting things up again. As I say that, they clear things out. We've seen High Voltage, though, with such great speed, and as I say that, the defense manages to get the disc out. Still fighting for it, though. And Leo the Great sending it back to the goalie here, as we're going to see another offensive push now from Nimbus.
Definitely. And to that back line, they'll miss it. Member of High Voltage will miss that and allow Leo the Great to pick up. Leo going off the backboard, but it's not there. It's going to bounce out into the hands of High Voltage. So Goran Jr. now with it. Looking at this Tube as this defense retreats, going off that lower floor, going off that lower geo, and a lot of changes in possession. These teams are really going for these clear and boosts, trying to find advantageous positioning on them, but just a lot of shuffling back and forth and a lot of transitional play.
Yeah, great for the pass there in the tunnel as they managed to clear things down. He's open there. They're calling for his station. The callouts are coming out. Great communication by both teams. You really hear these comms coming through. It just shows the experience that these teams have and the high level that they're playing at in this match.
Definitely in that pass to Pac-Man will find its way to Fire Ninja. Fire Ninja to the floor to Phoenix. Phoenix trying to find an angle, opting to send it right back to Lols. And they're taking their time. This is a change in pace from what we've seen earlier. And behind the goal will go to Goran Jr. at 2 meters.
Yeah, really methodic play there by High Voltage. Just calling out their positioning when they're open, calling plays, it seemed there. Those were some pretty obscure call outs, probably to confuse the enemy there. But it worked out really well for High Voltage.
So with Joust advantage now to Nimbus, 6-point differential in this first round, 2 minutes on the clock. Leo the Great now with it, moving forward. Captain Will behind at Nest, sending it forward through upper mid, and it will not find its target. It'll be slapped through on a stun out and into the hands of Goran Jr. And another clear, and that stack will come through, trying to chase it. Still anyone's disc. It's bouncing through and into the hands of Skill at the back line.
Yep, Skill will clear it out now over to Captain Will. Captain Will under pressure here, manages to send it a little further down and bounces through the tubes. A great clear. A little resistance there, and it will be met first by Fire Ninja. And that's going to be Captain Will coming up with the disc. Sends it a little further down into the bubble here. No goalie. There is a struggle for the ball here. And Leo will come up on top. The bank shot, and it is saved and cleared out by High Voltage. And we will have High Voltage getting to it first, too. That stack reaching the disc. And now there's no goalie here. Beating stacks for both of it. And Shepard will get there and send it to his teammate. Captain Will now bringing it up, clears it out of the zone.
And it will be slapped back towards that bubble of Nimbus. High Voltage trying to make something happen. They have this 6-point lead. They're going to get that forward pass. They're going to get that shot by Shepard. Shepard trying to react, not able to get it in time, so Goran Jr. will sink it in at 5 meters.
Hype coming from High Voltage here. They are definitely playing at high voltage now, and this game is heating up here. We'll see if Nimbus is able to keep up with the intensity coming out of High Voltage.
Most definitely in Joust advantage now. Back to Nimbus. Looking at an 8-point differential. Time is running out in the first round. They will fall in this first round. They can still force a round 3 if they get this round 2. They don't want to get swept in 2, but they're just starting to warm up. And they'll send it to Shield, and they're not able to finish it. It will bounce off that crossbar, looking for the pocket, and that will be the first round to high voltage.
So close at the end there. Nimbus almost getting a goal to finish off the round, but it does not matter. Round 1 to high voltage.
So this is the second match you've casted, and how does it feel to be casting Echo Arena?
I love it. I mean, Arena has always been one of my favorite games of all time. I love the sport, and just seeing these players playing at such high levels. I mean, the comms, the call outs, the coordination. It's just a privilege to be able to cast these games.
I definitely feel that every time I cast. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to see this audience in chat, chatting it up. And yes, Kango versus Project Mayhem will be the game after this. And Supersonic saying high voltage looking strong this year, especially after beating Solace. So, you know, a great game, and the next game will be a lot bigger. Will be a master tier team. Not to take away from this game, but this has been an exciting game as well, and we're going to be going into the second round.
Yeah, definitely. This has been a really exciting game so far. Nimbus putting up a great fight too. I mean, high voltage definitely showing their dominance there in the first round. A lot of their speed coming into play there. And yeah, we'll see if Nimbus is able to adjust and make the second round work for them.
Absolutely. So with that timer going off, teams getting ready for this neutral joust, start of the second round. And with the timer just about to be completely out, they're coming out of the tubes. It will be slapped forward by high voltage, down to the floor, into the hands of Shepard. Shepard looking to start this offense. Nimbus wants to reply in kind from what high voltage did last round. Not able to pick it up, but finding that steal off that clear will be Leo the Great. Leo sending it forward, down to Captain Will. Captain Will to the floor, but great interception from high voltage as they slap it out of the bubble.
Yeah, high voltage in control now. As they say, they passed out, intercepted by Shepard though. So Nimbus again with another offensive play here. They're going to be having a lot of time to make these passes as all their teammates are getting into position here. Shepard, with all the time in the world, finally pressured here as he sends it to the bottom left corner, is almost intercepted, but still manages to end up with it. Passes it to Captain Will for the shot. It doesn't misses its mark by just a bit. Shepard now punched up right outside the bubble, and it will be picked up by Leo. A little squabble there coming out on the side of high voltage as they clear it out now. Speeding all the way to this, they're getting their first all the time now. They're going for the 3-0 inside the bubble now. A nice move, but the save. Oh, and a slam dunk by Phoenix. That was a save there by Nimbus, but then Phoenix just took it right out of his hands and just put it in.
So with that's 2 points to high voltage to start off this second round. Over a minute off the clock. Joust advantage now to Nimbus. Excuse me, that's 2 points to high voltage. Joust advantage to Nimbus. Nimbus trying to find that pass through to tube. It will bounce off that Geo into the hands of Goran Jr. And they're looking for this clear, but that stack will be stopped. Actually, a pass to Fire Ninja. The Fire Ninja now with possession, looking forward, looking for any opportunities, sending it down to floor, and not on target will bounce up into the hands of his teammate, and that cross into the mid. Fire Ninja finishing it off with the assist by Goran Jr.
Yeah, that was a sweet give and go play there, right out of the classic playbook there for high voltage. Threw it off to the left side, cut in straight to the middle in front of the goalie for a nice one-timer shot there. 4-0 lead here, so high voltage coming out strong here in the second round. We'll see how Nimbus does here on the Joust. They have possession here, and Leo manages to get the pass off this time to Captain Will. Captain Will bringing it up, sends it all the way across there to Shepard. Shepard manages to clear it out through the tubes. They're now bouncing down in the ramp there, and Captain Will get position of it, sends it up there to Shepard. Shepard moving into the bubble with no defense, goes for the bank shot, but a sweet save by Phoenix, and a clear to follow that up.
And with that stack there in position, Goran Jr. now looking at an open goal, going for the shot. It's going to be off target. It will bounce out of the bubble and missed at the back line by Fire Ninja. So coming up and grabbing it will be Captain Will, sending it for another clear. Will bounce off the Geo, ricochet just a few times, and picking it up and taking this shot will be Captain Will, but not on target as it bounces off the crossbar.
Yeah, right off the crossbar there. Rebound going to Laws, who manages to clear it out. And another awkward bounce there, but still picked up by his teammate, sent back to Lulz now. Lulz sending it quickly down to Fire Ninja, who goes for the shot, and another slight dink off the crossbar there as a ricochet is back to Fenix, who's going to set things up again. With a lot of time now, no defensive pressure on, manages to slow down here at the Pebble, just sitting back there, sends it all the way back to Goran Jr. And we'll see if they decide to send it up again, and they do. Oh, but a strange bounce there, unfortunate, and it's gonna go back to Nimbus now.
So Nimbus not able to find that clear. It's bouncing back towards their bubble, picked up by Phoenix, and looking for that cross, but really just gonna take it in for a dunk. Able to get past that goalie, duck just a little bit, and slam it into that bottom pocket from behind.
Yeah, nice goal by Fenix there. They a long play there. They were looking for an open lane. I guess they couldn't find it, and when they messed up on that pass, startled them a bit, but I guess it also threw off the defense as they managed to just give Fenix an open lane here to just bring it up straight for the goalie.
So Leo the Great with QB descended to Tube and not able to find that follow-up pass, bouncing off the Geo and past the hands of Skill. Still don't know who Skill is, but he seems to be skilled. So with another clear, maybe a shot attempt, I don't know why they would give up possession like that. And Nimbus needs this. They need to maintain possession. They need to work their way up into the bubble. Shepard just throwing it forward into the hands of Captain Will, and Captain Will find that shot. Talk about putting pressure on the goalie. Two members of Nimbus crashing on that goal, getting the stun on the goalie, disabling him and allowing for that 2 points to come through.
Yeah, great job moving the disc around there. Shepard leading his flock there, starting off the pass. Ends up with a nice assist there by Leo. And yeah, finally getting on the board here in the second round. Now we have Fenix with the disc. Throws it all the way down to Lulz, right in the center. Who moves it forward across to Fire Ninja, sends it even further down now.
And into the hands of Lulz. So Lulz is going to slap it forward. Bouncing off Trench into the hands of Shepard in the back line. Shepard coming out to get that, but revealing himself around that block and throwing that interception. A lot of stopped clears, a lot of clears going back and forth. Backline players finding interceptions at mid, and this one will sail through, but that stack's not able to find it. Still trying to challenge it is Nimbus. Two players at the floor. Leo the Great now with it, looking for it, sending it to the floor behind goal, and Captain will finish it off. Now it's only a 2-point differential in favor of High Voltage.
Great job by Captain Will. Looking a little sloppy there earlier on that play as that boosting stack almost missed the disc there. They managed to get possession of it and finish it off in a goal. Now coming into a 2-point difference here in the second round, looking a lot different than that first round where High Voltage was all over it. Nimbus here putting up a good fight.
Absolutely, and High Voltage with that quick rollout and getting these quick passes in succession and trying to find that one. They will get it off the wall. Fire Ninja will not be able to fire that pass on target. And another clear coming through from Nimbus. High Voltage quick to retreat, but overshooting that disc. Luckily, Phoenix is there. Phoenix sending along the wall, and they need to maintain possession. They need to maintain this lead if they want to take it in two. And sending it up to the ceiling. No one is, actually someone is there, able to read that bounce is Lulz. Lulz in the cross to Phoenix and the slap at 2 meters, so they're maintaining this lead.
Great one-timer there by Fenix. Yeah, they just completely read that play. They knew exactly what to do, laid it up. Tough play for the goalie to make too. So yeah, High Voltage, nice shot there, pulling ahead in the lead there by 4.
So with Joust advantage now back to Nimbus. Nimbus setting it down, not able to complete that pass. They need to stay composed. They need to maintain possession and work their way towards the bubble. High Voltage really playing with a lot of explosive play and playing smart possessively. Sending it up to the ceiling. That you see how they work their way into the bubble. And then another pass. Right idea. They just weren't able to execute it. And now will be sent down towards the High Voltage bubble.
The boosting stack coming in from Nimbus though, and they get there in time, but a great defensive play there by High Voltage. They managed to clear it out to no man's land, picked up by and cleared out again. So we'll see who picks this up. It's going to be Captain Will with a slap back to his teammate, although it ends up hitting Lulz there, and Lulz is going to clear that all the way down. And the boosting stack from Nimbus is going to come in. So the defense gets there first, and they will be setting things up here for another push on offense.
And sending it through mid, they'll find it past that player of High Voltage. Nimbus needs to capitalize on it, but High Voltage is there once again, able to really outpace Nimbus on these stacks, but that stun will come through. This is what Nimbus needs. Leo the Great needs to find a pass. He's going to drive it into the bubble, but stopping it will be Fire Ninja. Another attempt to get into that bubble to find shots will be stopped by that high voltage defense.
Yeah, great defensive pressure, sending 2 people onto the person with the disc there and just making sure there was no lane, no shot, and no pass there as they managed to clear that out. But now Nimbus with possession of the disc, Captain Will looking for a shot there, an anchor shot. Oh, he manages to find a lane to the goal and has a layup for 2 there, putting it right past the goalie.
So now only a 2-point lead. Nimbus showing them that what they've got. Joust advantage now to high voltage, 2-point lead. 70 seconds on the clock. They can do this. They can take the second round. They just have to find these opportunities, maintain possession, and not throw these wild clears.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a game here. Lals trying to send it all the way down. It manages to be caught. Oh, and the steal coming through by Fire Ninja. The shot is just wide though. Cannot follow it up with the goal. Back in possession of Nimbus now. They managed to clear it out, but it is intercepted again by Goran Jr. Sent up there to Lals and sent back now to Fire Ninja, who's looking for a pass. Finds it in Goran Jr. Goran Jr. coming from the bottom now. Sends a shot. Hits off the backboard and received by Nimbus, who cleared out.
And this is an opportunity for Nimbus to come through and get possession in the bubble of high voltage. High voltage once again finding it though, retreating on their stack more quickly than Nimbus is able to advance. So looking forward against the wall will be Leo the Great, going for that bounce pass off the upper geo. It will find its target, Captain Will at Pac-Man. And time is running out. They need to tie this up. They could take a 3, they could take a 2. They want to do something, but it will go out of the bubble. Time is running out. They can't make an error like that, and high voltage will clear it. So with that clear, and maybe the shot being on target, but it's not, and that will be the second round to high voltage.
It's going to be high voltage taking this 2-0, but not without a strong fight put up from Nimbus, especially in that second round.
Absolutely. And with that being said, that's 2 out of 3. That's the win to high voltage. I've been SputnikKobra. That's been SuperDope. And of course, Palidore and camera.
And
Yeah,
we've
shout
got
out
a
to
lot of
Palidore.
matches still left to come up. So stay tuned, because on Master League, Channel 1, VR Master League that is, we've got a master match up next. That is to say, we've got the stream debuts in Season 3 of the King Gorillas versus Project Mayhem, and Mayhem is going to beat. So you guys in the chat there, all upwards of 100 just about now, y'all stay tuned, you hear? We're coming up next with King versus Mayhem. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League Echo Arena Season 3. This is Channel 1, and we've got a 100 plus viewers already in the stream. For this one, we've been going, this is our third match, all up in a row here. And we've still got another 1 to 2 to come, believe it or not. That said, we've got some stream debuts of Season 3 in the Master tier, and that is to say, we've got the Mayhem, that is, Project Mayhem versus Gorillas, and I'm ready and excited to go. I'm Palidore here on the cast alongside Acadie, as well as Minihat over on the sideline analyst. So, guys, I mean, this is hype. I say it all the time. I love casting Master Tier games, and you know, I'm a little bit of a Gorillas fanboy. I'm a little bit of a Mayhem fanboy. B-Love, you know, Sub Nation, we did that stream just a month ago or so, and that event was amazing. You see some of those participants in here in this match at that. It's phenomenal. Anyways, I won't ramble. Katie, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, Palidore, and I'm really excited to get this Master Tier game going, as I believe it is my first Master Tier match of the season, and what a match to start off with between these two teams, you know, Gorillas and Project Mayhem. I'm really excited to see these two come out and show what they've got to start off the season.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. You know, while we have a potential moment, Minihat, any thoughts on your end? Not to take you totally off guard, but
I am so excited for this match. If you guys remember Season 2, the last match we saw Gorillas play before finals was Project Mayhem, and Project Mayhem took them to 3 rounds, and Gorillas won by 1 3-pointer in round 3.
Oh.
So, you know, both teams, they've probably been growing and changing. I see there was at least one roster change up on Kang. I don't know if these are going to be the same 2 teams we saw then, but if it's anything close, this is bound to be a very good game.
oh yeah, this is gonna be phenomenal. I know on the Gorillas side, might notice the rather conspicuous absence here of Loveridge, which is to say, kind of, I guess, going to he's still on the roster, but more of a sideline, maybe coaching role now. I know he's so excellent at that, but just want to shout him out because Loveridge is one of my favorite people. You know, met him a couple times at LAN, and you know, just good dude, one of the best players Arena has ever seen. But that said, Zenith is here to fill a roster slot, and while there will never be another Loveridge, there will never be another Zenith, and that is to say, he is insane in his own right. So let's go, first joust and first goal perhaps. His man hands it off to the bag, and he's a bag man. 2 points.
Yeah, great first play off the joust. You know, Project Mayhem took that first headbutt off the initial joust, but Kang really got that disc and had the ability to find the passes just right. It was so perfect. I don't even know how to say it. It was just such a perfect play to watch, and great pass from Matt out to the bag at the first goal there.
Yes, the bag, indeed. Also bag. To Twitch chat, Sam Spaghetti cheering 25 bits. We got King Henry and Zip following us. Well, Supersonic, Yee, it's me, and here we go. This is a Master Tier game. Palace sending it off the bounce to the law.
And now the disc is getting back to Vanzi. Vanzi going up top to B-Love. B-Love going for the last second pass to Palace, and Palace puts it into quick response here from the first goal from Gorillas. It's now 2 to 2.
I don't know if anyone caught. It was so subtle. The goal goes in. Strembitsky here gives it a little thumbs up. just the disc, not the shooter. The disc. Always a personality. Love to see it. Strem here on the rollout, sending it out to the wall.
And now he gets the disc over, cross all the way to seal the sealable bag. He finds his teammate Matt. Strembitsky trying to reach for. He does above everyone else. Juking around, looking for another pass here. Gets it over. Looking for the shot now. No, it's going to be... Oh, it's going to actually go back into the hands of Strembitsky. Or seal bag, excuse me.
And well, Zenith is going to find that bag right there in the back, on the backboard, I guess, as he gets the 4th point for Gorillas. Mayhem now back at the joust advantage, but Mayhem again shot them out as well. You guys might recognize them, of course, from Season 2, but even more recently from the pre-show, the pre-streams, you know, before the matches start there. A mostly HUDless match there. That was the Venue's exhibition between Wireless Jacks. Shout out to them, because I love me some Jaxes. Hold on, getting jacked, and maybe on that attack, it's Strembitsky just missing that shot. But Mayhem debuting last season and really impressing, as Minihat said earlier on.
And B-Love with a nice clear down to get it all the way down to the other end as a race for it now. It hits off the shield, takes that odd bounce, but Mad able to see that and slap it out of the way to give their team a chance to reset here. The Law with a nice little duck around sealable bag. Gets it over to Vanzi down to the right side. Over to Palace, over to the Log in the middle, going for a shot. Now he's gonna let go of it here. And now it's a race for it. It will be sealable bag, resetting it to Strembitsky, who will get the clear down off the right tunnel.
Oh, look at the speed coming out of that stack, and such a picturesque line. The pass, a little bit less picturesque, but they're gonna try and retain if they can, instead of big brawl unfolding in the bottom and the side of the floor now, and just an open goal gonna be conceded to Strembitsky, 7 meters deep. So got the 2, and they're up by 4.
Yeah, so Kangorilla's really taking advantage here of their, previous teamwork experience. They've really been able to find, just really trust. Like I always say, trust is a big thing when it comes to this game, and being able to trust your teammates and just know where they are at all times is huge. And Project Mayhem also has great passing chemistry here as the Law gets it directly to his teammates. A Palace on the right side, but it's intercepted here from sealable bag. Great read by him, and he'll go for the long shot here. Ooh. But Law sees that one and picks it up, and taking his time, passing it all the way across the field to B-Love, waiting for it there. Trying to get around the defender, gets it to Palace. Palace now in front. Pass down. It's going to hit off some blocks. Eventually gets into Vanzi's hands. Vanzi trying to get around the defenders, maybe going for a shot. He goes for it. A great save on the back end from Strembitsky. That's a big one right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Always can depend Strembitsky when he's in the goal, and whether he's scoring or saving it. Again, people know him a lot for his striking ability, but he can do it all. In fact, all these players, for that matter, matter. Anyway, it's mad. It's crazy what these guys do. On the floor at Master Tier, when you're talking about top teams of this league, you'll notice they don't have skill gaps. They don't have ability gaps. Everyone can defend, everyone can score, everyone can pass, they can do the things they need to do. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here at the top amongst 230 teams in the league.
If even that.
Yeah.
And now back in the defensive bubble as Kangorilla Zenith takes the disc, looking for a teammate, taking his time as he sees the stack coming on him. Clears it through the left tunnel, but it's going to be Strembitsky who's been covered. So Matt will pick it up, finding it sealable bag, trying to get the pass off to Strembitsky. He picks it up as the stuns are coming all around Kangorilla's, Project Mayhem all over them, but they seem to be keeping the disc. Zenith back in the reset, gets the back to bag, back to Zenith. They're doing some great passing here. Getting back to Strembitsky and looking possibly for Matt in the back end. They're trying to find the opportunity to get it to him, but he's covered. So he's going to get it back to Sealable, who's going to cross it right down to Strem, and Strem's going to fake the shot, go in for the pass to Zenith, and he'll put it in for 2 more.
Zenith, there you go, gets in on the party as well. 8 points for Kangorillas, but that was some pretty good defense for most of the possession, but as is the case sometimes, one of SirDimwi's favorite terms to use is, the folding the defense, right? Making kind of turning into accordion. You see how all 4 players essentially crashed into the goal for Mayhem, trying to prevent it. So that said, they're down by a little bit, but not too much. But that could have been dangerous for them, as Seal will retain it, but loses the handles. Now Vanzi getting the clear out to the midline, but Strembitsky now hanging back.
A great duck from Strembitsky there to get around the stack. Gets it to Zenith, resetting it back. The Bowtie looking for a quick pass option, gets it back to Sealable. Sealable looking for the cut pass, but can't make it as he gets stunned out. So Vanzi picks it up and attempts to clear down, but it's stuck in the tunnel. So it's another race for it, but Matt will get there first. And he's looking for another opportunity now. Finds it on his right side to Strem. Strem gets it over. Oh, just missed the mark there. Barely off on the pass, but recollecting from Zenith. Reset right back to Matt right away. No hesitation at all.
Doing very well for themselves here. Now, the thing is, Mayhem is a very quick team. You've seen some of these stacks from them have been pretty dang blinding, and you can see it right there. But what Kangorillas have been doing pretty well is stunning them out. But that said, no stuns. It's just another one. 5-8, cutting the lead from Kangorillas down thanks to the Law, and that was that speed I mentioned right in front of the stream for the 3-point hit. And 3 minutes left. This is an exciting round so far.
Oh, it's a very exciting round, and I was actually wondering if that was going to be 3-point or not. So I'm glad to see Law was able to get that in for a 3-pointer to make it a 1-possession game and make it as much more intense as it already is.
Oh yeah, and there again, the speed from the Law and Palace this time actually getting kind of separated by one of the stuns, so the defense may be at the heels. Let's see. Well, it's Seal. It's a 2-point hit just from 5 meters in, and once again they're back up by 5.
And now a 2-position game once again. Project Mayhem with their just advantage. We'll have to see what they do here on this one with Kangarillas with their great team play. We'll have to see if they cover the man this time or if they're gonna go for the full rush. They went for the rush, but they got the pass off. Law had it, gets it to Palace. Palace sees that pressure coming on him, so he tries to reset it. It's gonna be a slow reset now. But the speed here, sealable bag going in for the shot from distance, but it's just barely missing. So it'll be another race for it. Gets it to Palace, but Palace is stunned out, so sealable bag trying to reset it now. Mad chasing after it. B-Love on his tail. So he gets the quick pass off to Strembitsky. Strembitsky now maybe looking for the low cut pass. Oh, just off the mark there for sealable bag, and another race for it. But it will be the Law with his speed getting down there, and he'll clear it all the way down to the other end.
Oh, geez, so fast are these players. I mean, no time to waste, basically, because before you know it, you're blitzed. And it is not something you want to be at the receiving end of. That said, Palace trying to end this play with a good score, but unfortunately tried to paint the corner. Instead, it painted him. But that said, Banzi right back at him again. So the Law taking it over, has Palace on the backboard, just right below, going for one more passing play to B-Love in love. It's a 3-point game.
What a passing play that was from Project Mayhem, with the initial little bit of a miscommunication there off the start of the play, but they were able to recover the disc. And I believe the disc touched every single player on the team before it went in, and B-Love to seal the deal for the team there. It's now 1 minute to go with just a 3-point lead for Kangarillas, now with disc possession. Oh, and a possible opportunity here for Project Mayhem. B-Love, now Palace. Oh, a great stun play from Zenith. Denying that stack to get back, but another quick miss pass here. So the Law with the disc in the offensive zone, looking for the cut pass now. There's no one there to get it.
Oh, this is getting down to crunch time, and they got to make the consideration. Do we make a 2 in the next few seconds, or we're gonna have to shoot a 3? Is what they're thinking now. Actually, I take it back, because now they just gotta think we gotta get back, because otherwise Kangos with less than 30 seconds left are looking to put some ice, and that is not nice. As Zenith goes for a goal, rebound, and in Zenith at his zen, 12-7.
And that should seal the deal for Kangarillas in this first round. So very, very exciting end to the first round in total. Project Mayhem really getting close there for that 3-pointer, and actually almost missing that opportunity was Kangarillas. Would have been insane if off the rebound Project Mayhem was able to recollect that, get down in time for the shot. But fortunately for Kangarillas, they were able to take this first round win and have be a little bit more comfortable going into the second round, but never let up.
Yeah, and Minihat, what did you think of that round? There's some stuff to dissect. That was fun.
Palidore, these teams did not disappoint so far. First of all, I want to point out something cool Project Mayhem's doing. They're doing really cool rollouts. Kang is also not pressuring the QB right away, so there's enough time for Project Mayhem to make a few passes. However, Kang is sometimes baiting that second pass or even that first pass up to some of the high geometry, and they just boost right away. They put that guy under so much pressure, he has to make a really fast pass. A couple times he's whiffed it. Another thing, Project Mayhem is making this game live up to their name. This game has been chaotic. This is going to be an exhausting game to play, and it's going to be just a slugfest. And so which team is able to continue throwing punches? And so far, Kangarillas has been holding up to the pressure. Project Mayhem, however, they're doing a great job causing turnovers. They've been brawling well. They're pressuring, forcing constant passes. Kangarillas have been dealing with this in a very cool way. They hold positions, they keep making passes to their most open man. When Mayhem pressure that man, like they gradually work the disc up with slow passes, and they're sneaking guys around. They make classic Kangarillas style, couple of fast passes and dunk it in, but it requires amazing skill to hit the kind of passes Kang's been doing. Project Mayhem's been struggling. When they rewatch this, the story of this round is going to be whiff passes for them. Let's see if they can clean it up in round 2.
Yeah, and that's the story, let's see, of this round, the first chapter, closing the book. Zenith starting it the way they just finished that last play in round 1. 7 seconds, Acadie. You can't get any faster than that. Well, you can, but
Yeah, you can, but it was still pretty fast nonetheless. And a great play overall to make sure, like Zenith made sure he could get that 3-pointer right off the bat. Because it's always a morale booster when you can get a quick 3 within the first 10 seconds of the round.
Yeah, and now breaking out. Actually, one of the Kangarillas players being left in the dust way back on the other end. Will it matter? Maybe not. So unable to punish on that perhaps, as it will be obtained. Mad setting it right back, not liking the look of the defense up ahead, so just trying to reset to Strem, find their angles if they can. A bit of a wild pass, kind of trying to lead Zenith, I think, on that one, but maybe slightly too strong, but doesn't matter because that Kang stack also very strong as Mayhem tries to equalize with some speed of their own, which again, they've been quite good at.
Yeah, no, that was a great team effort there to get to that disc as fast as possible, not let the disc get out of the way. And that being said, Mad puts it in for another 2 points on the board for Kangarillas after that initial great play to keep the disc in the offensive zone.
Yeah, nice work, and 5 points this time. A Seal assisting Mad, but as I said, not surprising to see any individual of these between these teams score. For Mayhem, looking to get out there with some speed, but that's going to be luckily missed by Sealable there, just barely at the fingertips. So there it is. The pass was the right idea, except the defense also was clued into the idea, so was able to cut it off. That said, another one. Defense now off balance, but so was the shot coming in. Palace going right back, but too hot to catch. Love the law, though, breaking it open, and one more time, but Mad smoking on the defensive end. Realm of the Mad God once more.
Oh my goodness, I am speechless after those two saves. That was absolutely incredible from Mad. Big saves here in this game. But back on offense here, Project Mayhem still in their offensive zone. The law with a disc going for shot. He'll put it in for 2 to finally get their first goal on the board in the second round after that amazing play.
Boy, oh boy, credit to Project Mayhem, because those are the kind of momentum shifting plays when you get these goals, bouncing off and getting these saves, which look like they would have been guaranteed close-up shots. Those ones can really deflate and turn into a very fast score for that defensive team on the other end. But they still came back at it. Now they have to do it again though for Mayhem. Oh boy, Zenith receives it from Seal.
Yeah, my first thought when they came out of the tubes was, oh, here we go. Kangarillas upside down compared to the other team. Every once in a while they'll flip on you and they come down the arena right quick and put it in the goal for a quick 2-pointer in response after their first goal against Project Mayhem.
I'm trying to figure out in my head here, how do I cast this curse system the way that I want? I hope this is a sweep. This is going to be.
Now we just sit in silence and wait. We just sit in silence and wait to see if it happens or not, because we can't talk about anything else until that. But except Mad is going to come in for a shot here. Gets it to Strem. It was Seal back to Strem. And he puts it in for another great play here from Kangarillas. It's now 9-2.
Oh, shout out Sealable, though, on that as well. The dive, first of all, from Mayhem. I mean, it was good. It was wise. But Sealable Bag had another surprise in store with just a tap pass, a touch pass. You see that communication. And that's, 3 years of playing this game, and at least 2 years playing it together in terms of Seal and Strem here.
And it's going to be actually a stun on the Law, who's trying to reach for that disc, but Vanzi able to recollect it, trying to get the clear down to the offensive zone. Will be picked up by Palace. Palace looking for the cross pass. He'll try to reset, but he'll hit off the block, so Zenith able to pick up and reset to Strem. Strem now with the disc looking off to the left side. Will get it just through the tunnel. But the quick team, Project Mayhem, boosting down. Belov trying to get the disc out of the way as he saw the offense coming in strong. So
nice.
He gets to Strem. A great intercept here from Belov at the last second there. Very important interception to keep them going as they're boosting down the other way. Now and a shot here, and it will go in from the Law. He does not miss those. It's 9-5 now in favor of Kangarillas.
Excellent job from Mayhem there. First, B-Love credit on the other side of the floor, as you called out. That nice cutoff on the pass, because Kang has been going to those several times. And when I say several times, I mean several seasons. That's what they're known for. But B-Love, a well-seasoned player in his own right, coming in, cutting it off. And it's that which enabled the great score from the Law with some accuracy. Oh, and no, again, coming back, and it's the Law. It's a 1-point game. Mayhem has suddenly found the calm.
Yeah, great intercept there from Law and a big goal, 3 points out. Now it's a 1-point game, 1-possession game with just over 4.5 minutes to go in the second round. Project Mayhem definitely trying to get this round so they can keep going on to the third round And now Kangarillas with just advantage. They take it a little bit slower, but the speed is pressuring them quite a bit here. Mad getting that 4.7 meters a second, going as fast as he can go. 3 Kangarillas players in the bubble now, getting the pass to Strembitsky, and he'll easily put that one in to quick response after that goal, I believe. Project Mayhem players might have been caught behind there. I'm not too sure exactly what happened.
Yeah, might have been some miscommunications because they had 3 players of Kang with a lot of time to roll up the floor, and Mayhem has been otherwise doing a very, very good job of keeping up stack-wise on a lot of these plays and getting end-to-end fast, but that time just in terms of master tier, having 3-4 seconds to walk a goal in, that seems like eternity at this level.
Yeah, it really does seem like an eternity. You have that much time, and sometimes you almost think, oh, is it too much time? Sometimes you're so used to going at that fast pace that it might mess you up, but not for Kangarillas, as they're used to that kind of play of just passing it back and forth and like finding the best option for the goal, and they were able to put it in. But now back on offense is Project Mayhem. The Law looking for a pass down to Palace. Palace just missing the mark, so Strembitsky able to pick it up and get around Palace and gets the clear all the way down to the other, really all the way down to the other end. And it's going to be Mad picking it up and passing it to Zenith. So they'll go for the 3 here, and they get it again. Just like being able to take their time. Maybe there's some stunnage going on in the back. Not too sure, but great play and great communication for Mad getting it to Zenith, knowing they have enough time to get that 3-pointer, extend the lead even more.
And look, teams at who are newer, not at master level, that's, like I said, it's subtle things. I always say this, but any other team, or at least any of the other, 90% of teams, perhaps, they wouldn't even be thinking of, do I have time to back it out to a teammate who's already well positioned for a 3? But you know how they know that they were? Because the communication was there. They know where to position themselves out. So, if they needed a rebound, if they needed a pass, they had the barrier. But otherwise, just on point to get the extra point. And that could be huge in the context of this match, which is still very close.
Back on offense, Kangarillas gets it to Strem, and he'll put it in for another 2 points. Now half the score is Project Mayhem, as the score is 16-8 in favor of Kangarillas, as just over 2 minutes to go here in the second round. It's slowly slipping away, but at the same time, it is Master Tier. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah,
earlier on, just a few minutes ago, it was... memory does serve a similar thing. It was 10-5, kind of double on the score line, but still able to, bring it back. They brought it to within 1 point. It was 9-8. But since that, well, it's just a nice run of offensive plays coming in from Kangarillas. That said, Mayhem, going for some jokes, going for the yokes, and man, it just broke for the 10-point.
Yeah, and sometimes you just got to pull in some strategies that are just out of the box, that you don't see too often. And it works out for the Law here as he gets it in for 2 points. Now 2-possession game with just under a minute and a half to go.
Yeah, now still yet a game and a match. Let's see. Need to act fast. Mayhem on this launch. Getting split up a little bit as Mad. Gets split up as well. So great stacks. There it is again from Mayhem. Doing it yet again on the defensive end. Able to retain, or at least send it, and hoping to retain off some stacks. But look at all these stuns, Acadie. It's insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuns going on, but they have kept Strembitsky in the goal, knowing that it is a 2-possession game, but the 2 possessions has to be 3-pointers. A great play from Mad there, getting it back to Strembitsky, really taking some time off the clock here with just 47 seconds to go. The disc is floating in no man's land. Zenith gets the last little touch on it, but the Law able to stun Sealable Bag, keeps possession. Palace now. They have to go for a quick one, but Palace gets stunned out. Vanzi grabs it, gets it back to Palace, but no, he's going to just miss the mark on that one. So it'll be in the hands of Strembitsky with 30 seconds to go here. One more goal should do it here for Kangarillas. We'll see if they can get it here, but it will be Palace getting there first. 20 seconds on the clock, not much time left. I believe it is going to be a Kangarillas win here.
And so very close it was. So very close it was indeed, but Zenith ending another round with another resounding shot. 19-10. Fantastic game. Unfortunately, my commentator's reverse curse attempt failed. I never know how that stuff works. I guess it's all about
it's just random.
It's all about the lack of intent. If I want it too hard, it just won't happen. So 19-10 nonetheless. And Minihat, what'd you think of that?
That was a fantastic game. First of all, we saw a bunch of classic like multi-prong attacks in the goal from Kang. They were getting 2v1s, 3v1s. They scored on every one of them. Now, why were those happening in the first place? There were a couple of reasons. One of them was a lot of panic clears, or maybe not panic clears, but I'd say ambitious clears from Project Mayhem. They were feeling a little scared. They were playing on their back foot. Often it looks like you can hit a clear. It's very tempting to do it, even though they had better passing options down often on the floor of the arena, which would have resulted in a safe clear after that. But it's tempting to just make the clear when you think you can. However, Kang was keeping stacks even on the Project Mayhem side of the arena. They just boosted and intercepted those before they even made it to their half. I also want to talk about the defense that we're seeing from Kang, because I think that's really what won them this game. They're doing something cool where you wait just out of reach in kind of a zone defense. So every passing option Project Mayhem has when Project Mayhem's working their way down on offense, Kang just have a guy kind of camping somewhere near him, just out of brawling zone, just out of brawling reach. The moment that guy gets a pass, Kang pressures him immediately, tries to brawl him out, tries to pick the disc. There's no time. Every time a player has the disc on Project Mayhem, they're immediately getting pressured. All the top teams are running some variant of this. Joker, Spaghetti both do this. So I'm wondering, is this the new meta? Is this what we're going to see this season, this high pressure, fast-paced games? And last, I want to highlight two players who I think just had exceptional performances this game, one from each team. Zenith, this is a very, very nice first game for the Kangarillas. He was absolutely insane. He had 37 stuns when I checked, but I think he's probably ended up with more by now. He was the one who, my goodness, he was the one who brought out 3 Mayhem players when we were confused why Kang had a 3v1 so much time. This happened multiple occasions. He had an insane score count. He was causing so many opportunities. He was making passes. He was causing turnovers. Zenith was my MVP for Kangarillas. Now, over on Project Mayhem, the Law, I think he might have been the standout player of the whole game. His team was fighting from behind. He was making reads on Kang passes. To boost and get to where he needed to be to make those picks, you have to anticipate the pass before it's even happened. He did it multiple times, immediately shot dead center 3-pointers, and he was keeping his team in this one, turning turnovers into fast points. He even had that fun-looking little Joker train goal. So Law, my most valuable player over on the side of Project Mayhem. But these teams did not disappoint. I'm sure we're going to see them rematch several times this season, and it's probably just going to get better and better. I'm super excited to see how both of these teams do. I think they're going to be two powerhouses in the Master Tier in the Season 3 of VRML.
Oh, yeah, and thank you for that excellent in-depth analysis there, Minihat. SirDimwi later will be coming in. You know what, known a lot for in Season 2, doing that excellent analysis. Well, man, just did him proud. That was great. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, there are your stats. We do have another game coming up right away, and maybe even a couple. We shall see. But with that, at the very least, up next on Channel 1, it's Dust Bunnies versus There Is No Team. Of course, Tint, the Diamond Division, Ready at Dawn team. At least 3/4 or 3/5 of them, I believe. Yeah, got Rad David, Nathan P, White Dragon, and I know these guys are probably listening and saying, "Why do you always got to say that, Pally?" Well, because it's growing. The community and the viewership growing more than ever. So you know what? I need to inform the people. So don't miss it. You're looking at the best of the best developers. You're looking at Guygasm, who's one of the best veterans. Did my battles against him back in the day, 2017, and what have you, but going up against a team of Dust Bunnies in White Fox, Cakester, Risen, Skyla, Tiny Thug. So again, also some really familiar and hot-hitting strikers and defenders on that team as well. It's going to be good. You guys stay tuned. Acadie, thank you for joining me on this cast. Any final words as I do get into this stream?
Yeah, I want to say really quick, thanks 5 Spotted Dog for the tier 1 for the 13th, or he's on a 12-month streak right now. So happy anniversary, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. I didn't even get you anything. Well, you have a special spot in my heart, dog. Give me 5. Yeah.
Except for when I play your team tonight.
Ooh, big rip. Well, in that case, everyone. Yeah, exactly. Everyone, we will be right back after this brief intermission, so do stay tuned.
See ya.
All right, everybody. Hello and welcome. Welcome back. Glad to have you. We got another match. This is, I do believe, the 4th in a row, and we still may yet have one more, but I was super excited for this. I said to myself, and I said to the others, you know, I'm gonna try and cut back on the casting, not because I don't love it, but just so I can split my time, you know, between off-stream production and on-stream production, doing some various things. But then I saw the games being played tonight, and I said, forget that, I'm gonna do all of them. And that we are. Happy to say, we got so many awesome games thus far today. We were barely denied round 3 a couple times in some of these games, and tried to caster's curse it to no avail. But alas, I'm still super happy to be up in this one because we've got ourselves, as I do switch around the teams on the overlays for you guys, we got Tint, aka there is no team, or I guess the other way around, but nonetheless coming in, Rad, David N, Guygasm, Nathan P, as well as White Dragon, so 3 out of those 4 being Ready at Dawn developers, and very, very skilled and recognizable ones in the community for the last 3+ years now of Echo Arena's duration, you know, here in the VR scene. And again, Guy, veteran player, also late toast on the team. On the other side of things, we have Dust Bunnies, which is a name that I love because I can make a lot of pun funnies with it, I'm quite sure. Risen, Skyla, White Fox, Cakester, and a quick, unless I was being deceived, a quick happy birthday to Risen, so rise up and blow out the candles, sir. Because it's your day. And I'm sure hoping for a birthday gift in the form of a win in the near future. So, with that, all the teams up in here, I'm once again Palidore being joined by Minihat on the sideline analysis for this one, and pending a game ending soon on the other channel, we may have Caption coming in to cast. Caption, who was actually a team member for a duration of There Is No Team. Back in season 1, or maybe it was early season 2, but either or, lots of interesting stories, so let's get on with it as White Dragon takes it first, sends it high, and skies for the goal. Nathan P. doing it, and right in the corner of the pocket. I guess the Nathan P, the P is for pocket. But beautiful two-point score to start it off, and now back to the advantage, joust advantage that is, of Dust Bunnies. Let's see what they do. Shout out to Lanzin as well, a couple 100 bits being cheered and given our way, so cheers to Lanzin. Saw Lanzin on stream just yesterday as well, and what was a very, very entertaining one, as Guy looking, scanning, but now being stolen from as Cakester sends it to Risen. Risen, the birthday gift, and that is the 3-point hit. So, little bit too long being held onto that disc there, and well, yeah, full advantage was taken by Dust Bunnies. You know, see these players. You look at the likes of Skyla, or as SirDimwi likes to say, Sheila, coming out, one of the strongest strikers you will see, able to hit absolutely hot with a dead eye. You know, White Fox has had some huge games where he's just blown up on these scores at times. Cakester, who recognizable from Team Chaos, who we'll actually be seeing next, perhaps. But first, the next score from White Fox, and they're up by a few. So yeah, a lot of streams today, a lot of games, and a lot of viewers on the Twitch feed, really all week long. We've had hype trains, I do believe 4 out of 4 days in Season 3 so far. If not, it was 3 out of 4. But hype trains every day. We had one earlier for the 2 Master Tier games in Europe. Phenomenal matches as well. The second round of both those matches especially were just so close, and like I said, we were denied those third rounds a few times, which we always love to see on stream. But yeah, the hype is definitely real in VRML as we approach upwards of, I don't know, 1,800 players, and right now through the layers of the defense, well, no, Skyla just supplies it right back into the blue zone, and that's going to open the door, perhaps, for a score once again, but no, it's White Dragon flying in with a purpose to get the disc back and sending it through the tunnel into the wedge, where there is an awaiting Rad Nathan, and Nathan to the P for pocket once again. Man, oh man, he is on at dawn. Are you ready? So 7 minutes still remaining in this round. And Moon RP with the follow. Thank you for that. So Skyla rolls out, uncontested by the defense. They're just going to sit over at mid, kind of stacking and waiting for that first pass to go out, perhaps. And that said, they get split up for a little bit, and now maybe being left behind. We'll see. Trying to push up on this advantage just briefly, and almost weaving that. A threaded needle to Cakester. Luckily, Skyla's still in the back line, and he's going to retain a bounce delivery immediately, but good dive from Rad David. So David's sending it to the mid zone, not able to get a full clear, but will perhaps clear the way for a second one. Let's see how that stack does, but nope, it will be Skyla retaining instead. Skyla looking ahead, and David again diving out of the goal. Definitely not sleeping inside of it. You know, a player fully capable of just showing dominance defensively when he's inside, but he can dive out of it, and he can punch ya, he can stun ya, and he can do exactly just that as a clear goes out once more into the trap. See, Evil Lefty, talk about veteran players. Another one we'd love to see. Lefty, welcome to the chat. Good to see you here in Season 3. But all tied up still, 5-5, 6 minutes left. Shout out to Nate Appleton just as well. Smooth writing, of course. Our, also give it to you, #1 donator. Gilligan's gonna hate me for that. On the gifted subs. Yesterday it got kind of insane at the very end of the stream. And that is not me baiting out for you to do it again. I'm actually telling you actively do not. I don't know how to handle it. I get awkward. Anyways, over to the bottom ramp. It's going to be taken here by Rad David. David, a soft touch over to Nathan. Nathan, a nice one over to Guy, but just past his reach. And that is a big deal because Guy, talk about things I always talk about too much. Guy has those long arms. He is a mammoth of a man, and right now, David gets a near slam, but just from the outer reach, soft touch into the goal. It's a narrow lead, 7-5 for the side of blue. There is no team. Feeling good off of that play. Some good passing, and even despite the one miss, they still came back at it. Lanzin, no, Lanzin, stop it. Lanzin, one of our newest cameramen here, doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much for the tier 1 subs. This is not reverse psychology. This was not me trying to reverse cast or curse it. I wasn't trying to bait a hype train. Don't just. You know, I can only say thank you so many times before I feel like I need to give people refunds, because, yeah. Anyway, Cakester with the disc. It's Guy with it right back, just glancing behind before finding Nathan. Great dish to the top, 9-5. Now, that said, I actually do think I see a Caption in the mix, so, are you here? Are you in?
I am here. Hello.
Hey, Caption, joining us on the cast. What's up?
Oh, you know, just finished a great game over on VRML channel #2. Coming back here to what's looking like a fantastic game between Tint and Dust Bunnies. So I have nothing to complain about.
Well, same here, and it's clear for a goal. Risen, no one home. And it's a 2-point match as we approach the latter portions of this round. First round, of course. Zenith, Dark Zenith. In relation to Zenith, because he just had a heck of a game. See Gilligan in there, Lanzin as well. Again, thank you for the subs. Appreciate you very much. See Whoosh as well. And yeah, Caption joining me here on channel 1.
Absolutely. And joining at a great time as Rad Nathan P, I think that was. I couldn't tell if that was David or Nathan. I think it was Nathan who just got a 3-pointer. Nathan's game 12-7. 5-point lead coming out to the later half of this game. 3.5 minutes left. Closer to 3 1/4 when they get out of the tunnel. 12-7 is not a bad deal.
Yeah, not at all. 3-16. That is a stone cold number if the side of Dust Bunnies wants to come and recover maybe some points. David N. taking it and taking point. Just dishing it off, trusting in the stack. There's Guy with a tap off. Didn't need the full boost, perhaps. A hand off, but again, fingertips just barely. They've had a few of those passes that narrowly missed by just an inch.
Yeah, unfortunately, literally was just an inch off the auto grab, but they're able to recover it in the other side. But Cakes are going to be taking that one away. But David coming back at it again to get another steal and getting this one back down to the offensive zone and maybe looking for a boost coming out to get that one. That disc looks pretty free, but it's going to be White Dragon coming to free that disc from being free.
Well, let's see if he can break free for a goal. Oh, look at the unselfish play. David looking right at the goalie's eyes and saying, you know what, I'm going to give a look at my teammate next. Check you with a stun, and then check out the score. It's 14-7. About 2 minutes more remaining here on the clock. Dark Zenith in the chat saying Risen has been trying to show me how to play Echo. And yeah, lots of coaching and lots of teachers here in the league. Great to hear.
Yeah, that's the exact phrase in chat we like seeing, because that means we could possibly be seeing you in a game that we're watching right now. Definitely go take a look at it, and you can be like these guys as well. As it's going to be Skyla getting with that one down to Risen. Speak of the devil, putting that one in for 2 points, make this game 14-9.
Man, and that one says 17 meters a second on the screen, but that came off really hot. Maybe it was just the ding that took a couple meters off it. I don't know, but either or, Risen was quick about it, and he needed to be. 1:30 left, still the first round, and still within reach.
And it's going to be White Dragon just kind of stalling out the boost coming here, as now he's going to go to stun that one off. If we can get this kind of play pulled off here, it's going to be great, but the stack from the backfield going to be able to make its way through, and that's going to be White Fox getting a stun off to end everything there as he gets that one cleared out, but the boost just not able to pick that one up. That would have been a great opportunity for an open goal for 3.
Yeah, sure would have been. And at the moment in backline, there's stacks coming in from both teams. It will be the orange one first. So Risen gets a clear, bouncing it through, but White Dragon's there to recover. Dragon opting for a back pass attempt, but takes a awkward bounce, and now bouncing through the midfield, where it will be taken off a stun. Looks like getting caught up in some brawls, so that's going to be sent. Goal was open, but will not make the shot, unfortunately. And right back now to Skyla.
Yeah, and Skylar going to do a good job at getting that one over to White Fox. White Fox looking like he was tempted to almost take a shot there, but it's going to be White Dragon coming back, but the ding is going to be the end result of that shot. Unfortunately, missing it out, but still in the lead nonetheless, 14-9. Time just winding down here, and that clear might be the end of the game.
Well, let's see. Maybe one more score nonetheless, just for the next round, if nothing else. It's 14-11. Skyla, the final one. And that's something that they can take with them in the bag into the tunnels as they respawn and recover over the next minute. Minihat over on the sideline. What you got?
This is definitely a great game so far. There's been a lot of getting caught out of position by both teams, and we'll get to that. But first I want to talk about something. There's a little cat and mouse game that gets played in a lot of these high-tier VRML matches. We don't usually get to see it so vividly, but in this match, we've seen on the opening joust, the QB usually takes the disc, he walks it a little bit, a stack comes for him, and the stack stops a lot of the time. Now, the team has to deal with that stack somehow. They can try to brawl them out. We saw Guygasm try to do this without success once, and it was kind of funny, but the stack can juke, as he found out. Another thing you can try to do is make fast passes until the stack gets frustrated and splits up. Third thing you can do is try to get geometry in the way. Bait the stack to go too far so you can make a pass, and they're going to have to reorient before they can do a quick boost. But you have to deal with it somehow. Both teams have been dealing with it different ways. It looks like there is no team have really put some thought into this, and they're often not making a pass until they know they can do something to that stack. It's also getting dealt with by Dust Bunnies. They're doing it in slightly different ways, often making really fast passes. So interesting, just wanted to point that out. Then as for getting caught out of position, so I'll keep it brief, but Dust Bunnies leans forward. They're often have a lot of their players over in Tint's side of the arena. It bites both ways. They have scored some quick points off of that. They've also had a lot of clear and boosts successful for Tint as a result of them being too far forward, in my opinion. So, and also just wanted to shout out Rad Nathan because he has been a sniper. Is this man playing on a Quest 3? Perhaps the world will never know.
Some hard accusations.
Well, you know what? That paired with the dev hacks that they're so famous for, I wouldn't doubt it. But right back into the second round, Risen the throw.
Yeah, and Risen getting that one down, but it's looking like it's going to be Cakester or Skyla trying to get that one back over to Skyla. Got to reset, but it's going to be taken over there by White Dragon. So Tint trying to regain control of that and get that one cleared out to the other side.
All right, and as the stacks approach, there it is. Rad David N trying to get that one in. But we'll slide back out to the wedge. Oh, everybody missing it, however. So Rad Nathan just kind of collecting the prize. Like, oh, for me? I guess so. But instead, Risen now coming in with another grab, another clear, another intercept picked off by Nathan.
Yeah, great positioning coming out for this side of Tint here as they're going to get some passes going on. And David not taking any chances this time around. Going to bring that one up for the dunk. That's going to be a 2-0 lead coming for Tint at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, kind of a casual dunk there, but knowing he was in the clear thanks to that great stun as well. So coordinated effort on the first drive-in for the first goal of round 2. About a minute and a half in. Going the way of Tint. There is no team. And here's Skyla for the Dust Bunnies rolling out again, trying to evade that stack.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth passing going on through these tunnels. Great plays, but unfortunately just going to hit that middle Geo and just going to be out of the reach of Risen. It's going to be Tint now, able to get this one all the way down to the other side. And a boost right now might be a nice sight to see as we see a Leech attempt and a Leech success by White Fox to get himself over to be the first one to this disc.
Yeah, the backline was absolutely heavy. Just a car crash of bodies, essentially flooding the gates and at the midfield near that tunnel and near that, just with all those brawls by the bow tie as well. And with that, you can continue to hear those brawls absolutely ringing over here. And yeah, I know Gilligan appreciates it. Saw him highlighting a message saying as much, appreciating Guygasm for his brawls. So that definitely is a story right now in this round.
Yeah, I mean, that looks to be, as I think I counted at least 4 back-to-back punches. It's a Congo line from both teams trying to fight for the disc, but as we see here, it is going to be Team Dust Bunnies.
A Congo line, huh? Usually when you wake up for a party and say, man, I feel like I got hit by a truck, you don't mean it quite so almost literally, but yeah, a lot of hits here in this brawl party. Well, let's see if they can get it going, but a slap is just off, taken by Dragon. Dragon slowly, oh, headbutt save, but right back at him. Oh, Skyla, that was a thing of beauty, but denied by Guy.
Oh, I was getting ready to jump into my chair if that thing floated away from the goal, but Guygasm not going to let that happen. He's going to be there to clean it up. Again, at the end of the day, that's great positioning. I mean, you stun the goalie out. You don't float away, look for a pass. You just stay on the goalie in case he tries to do something else. Just kind of messing with the goalie for a nice, easy shot, and you end up getting a rebound.
Yeah, that is definitely tough, especially off a play like that. That said, Risen trying to rise over the defense, but they just slap it out of there. White Dragon out to the tunnel. Dragon the shield, but Skyla the disc. Sent off to Risen. White Fox now, but White Fox being hit, and that's right back out to the midfield where just on the outer reach, Skyla fingertipping that disc right back into their possession.
And Skyla, great pass to get that one over, and a great cross pass to get over the Kingster, but an even better save by Nathan to get that one out, reading that cross pass perfectly.
Nath in says Nath out, getting that out of there, but unfortunately staying here on the blue end of the floor for at least a little bit. Dragon changing that, and indeed with some success as it goes to the bottom trench of Orange side.
Yeah, and just kind of, again, just floating down there. I mean, the brawling, you can really tell the brawling is just kind of a focal part of this game right now, because these boosts aren't able to get down to the other side of the field where the disc is, because they're just hitting each other trying to establish those boosts.
Yeah, and again, as look at it happening again, the stack's late, but not because they're missing their grabs, just because they can't grab so many stuns. But that said, the defense does take position here, and they will back that out to White Dragon, lining it up, everyone trying to separate and find the line. It's White Dragon.
There's something about these 17-meter shots this game. They're looking a lot faster than 17.
Right? I mean, definitely.
I think there's someone needs to calibrate that speed gun they have on the sideline.
We should go ping the devs. But that said, I think they're a little bit busy playing right now, and playing very, very well, might I add, with that advantage, as Kickster just passed the reach.
And it's going to be Guygasm able to reach over to the disc right now to get that one clear, but Skyla playing that back line, going to duck out of the way of David, look for his pass, get that one over to White Fox, who had a wide open goal for just a second, but unable to get that one converted as it's going back down to the offensive side with all the boosts coming down at once. It's going to be Tint making their way there first, and David going to be able to get that one over to White Dragon, who finishes that one off, making this game 8-0.
That was mint from Tint, absolutely. Not giving any time once more for the defense to recover. No, once they were there, once they had the disc, they were immediate, they were decisive. And with that, a potentially decisive lead, 8 points. It is not out of the realm of reach for Dust Buddies, for sure, but they gotta be careful because Tint is definitely starting to roll. I guess Tint roll, Lint roll? I don't know. Let's roll back to the cast.
Yeah, and I mean, the big part for Tint right now is their defense, and it's just the biggest part of why they're winning right now. As you see there, we almost have one thing, but it's going to be a wide open goal for White Fox, who's going to be able to put that one in for 3-pointers. So now a 3-8 game. That is probably the exact situation they were looking for out of this possession to get themselves just kind of clawing closer to that 8 points.
Yeah, there you go. That is what Dust Buddies needed. And on your point, Caption, you talking about the Tint defense? Absolutely. This is the team in season 1, 2. I shout them out so much because they had these incredibly exciting games that they got behind in the first round. Frankly, they got blown out in the first round sometimes. And then they would reverse sweep again and again and again because somehow, come round 2, they would always turn up the defense. That said, right now, they're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and it's going to be Tint now looking to regain some points as they get that one crossed. It's going to be White Fox able to get that, but Skyla reading that backboard shot, going to be able to save that away. But Guygasm once again, wide open shot. It's going to be Nathan making sure that one goes in. I don't know if that was going in for the 3 or not. That's up for the jury to decide, but Nathan going to guarantee those 2 points. Still a 7-point lead.
I think, I want to say that was a little bit off, but that said, what are you gonna do, huh? Dev gonna ban himself for toxicity? I don't think so. He can do what he wants. Skyla here, they want to score some more though.
Yeah, and again, the defense by Tint gonna be on point as we're just inching towards that mail slot, but unfortunately not gonna quite make it. But White Dragon fading away, gonna make it from 14 meters out. That's gonna put them up by 10, 13-3.
And that is not an easy shot, Caption, though. You wouldn't think it, but for anyone who plays Echo, who's played Echo, you kind of know. It's interestingly enough, those either standstill shots or the shots where you're fading backwards, where you don't have any kind of momentum, those are awfully hard to hit sometimes. They just throw you off, whether it's mentally or a mechanical thing. They can be difficult shots.
And that being said, Riz is not going to take quite as difficult of a shot, but an effective shot nonetheless, as we got another 2 points going for the side of the Dust Bunnies there. You got to make this game 13-5. So again, still trying to claw their way out. I don't know if they'll have enough time at this point. I think there's still a little bit of time if you move some numbers around everywhere. I think we were talking about this yesterday, Palidore. I don't think we're good at this part.
Yeah, we need a calculator. A human calculator here, just to whisper in our ears, I suppose. But that said, it's getting awfully out of reach. I mean, just about, but a big shot still being scored by White Fox. So it is a 5-point game. They are in it, and they definitely needed those quick goals. And wow, 11 seconds in. Quick shout out, by the way, to Thick B for the follow and Sputnik for the 100 bits a little while ago. As well as, let's see, CVRE League following us. Another one of our fantastic leagues in the community, Echo community there. The Collegiate League for Echo Arena. Thank you for joining and for following. And now over to White Dragon. Let's see what this round produces. Well, a 3, Caption. I didn't even have time to hand it off.
Yeah, I think Nathan just produced the nail in the coffin at the end of that game there. That is a detrimental 3-pointer for right now. And a great shot too, but a great find as well, as that's going to be 16-7, time winding down to just 30 seconds at this point.
Yeah, and the comeback was almost real. They got it, some quick scores in there for the side of Dust Bunnies. It was very within reach for at least a moment, but that moment, not too soon. White Dragon. Indeed, him and his team flying high here.
Well, if Nathan didn't get the nail in the coffin, that's just the follow-up. I mean, 19-7, sorry, winding down to the end of the game. That's going to be a great game to finish it off for the 2-0 sweep going in the way of Tint.
And with that, I'll hand it off here after this win. 19-7 in 2 rounds. Minihat on the sideline analysis. What you got?
Palidore, are we watching a boxing sim right now? I think this is Echo Arena, but I was starting to become uncertain. I have rarely seen this many stuns come out and seen this many stuns be so critical a role in the game. It's actually slowing down the game. This looks like Echo Arena in slow motion sometimes, and it was because the teams were trying to boost, but they couldn't boost. There were so many stuns coming out. Dust Bunnies, I think they were playing really aggressive. They were playing risky. I'm not sure they knew they were playing risky, but they were. They would often leave no one back. Every time they were on offense, it was an all-in. They had no one at the back line to catch clears. They would get brawled out. They were hard countered by there is no team's brawling play here. They were not able to get back. We saw 2 players get down from from There Is No Team. We saw 3 players get down from There Is No Team. They were shooting open threes like it was like there was no defense at all. It was like they were the only ones in the arena. They have so many points. We saw Rad Nathan just running up the score with 3-pointers. White Dragon with a number of his own. So I think the story of this one, if you are the Dust Bunnies, is you need to play a little more cautious. You might need to keep someone back. But I'll conclude with this. Is this the makings of a top tier, mostly dev team? It could be. Like, There Is No Team, they are looking clean. Like, if you've seen the movie, I think they took the red pill. Their communication looks telepathic. Their play is calculated and methodical. They won this. They won it in style. I'm super excited to watch them for the rest of the season because they are looking so good.
Yes, indeed. And once again, the excellent and ever valuable, I'm sure the Twitch chat appreciates that, from Minihat, because, man, I could not. Play-by-play is one thing, but, man, that overarching analysis of the whole round, gotta love it, and indeed, love what I saw from both of the teams, but Tint coming out strong today, and that's been the way of things, well, since, quite frankly, 2017. These players, whether on their dev teams, separate teams, pub matches, private matches, they are top level, and they know the game. They made the game. With that said, Caption, thank you for joining me here on the cast, and Minihat as well. We're going to quickly redirect, and I do mean quickly because I'm actually already in the server, to the next and final match, at least for this stream block, which is to say we've got ourselves a little bit of chaos about to be underway, coming up against the Flatliners, so do stay tuned. Be right back. All right, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back one more time. Boy, oh boy, has this been a long series of streams that has gone by in such a short time. I say that because it's been exciting. It has been frantic, chaotic, and especially in this stream. And with that, we're finally going to finish off this set of streams with Chaos versus Flatliners. So with that, on the casting booth, I'm Palidore, and I've got by me, the Dimwi of Sirs. How's it going?
Going really good, and I'm really excited to check this one out because of course we've got as you can see currently on the left in orange there, that's Team Chaos, Dana McFabulous, Acadie, Philbust, and I believe Mizuchi's going to be here. He was here a minute ago. Oh no, it's going to be Egret. Excuse me. So it will be Egret. And these four guys have been around this game forever. Dana, of course, a mod and a caster. Acadie, a caster as well. The two of them make a great caster pair. I love hearing those guys pair up for cast this week. And of course, Egret, probably one of the most intelligent dudes I've ever met. And Philbust, just a proper OG here. They're going to be going up against kind of a newer team. They were a new team last season. Yeah. Flatliners were led by Boombox. Who I met first, excuse my swallow there, who I met first in the first Rookie Cup, and he's great. He's a great dude. He's a genuine guy. Of course, his teammates, it's Mango, Damp Potato, and then Hasko, I believe, subbing in for this one. Of course, Hasko, one of the most recognizable names in the community, and one of our league subs. And so as I believe, that's our inference, anyways. I know she's not on the roster. And she does sub a lot, so of course, it makes sense that they would bring her in, and they're going to face off against this Chaos team. So both these teams with a lot of experience, and I'm really curious to see how they play out in this one.
Absolutely. And over in the Twitch once again, thank you guys for joining in. Gilligan 380 bits a little while ago, Hazman with a follow, Disrupt as well as a Bandit and IKEA Bird, and right now we're trying to buy ourselves a final game, the best possible one, I do hope. I've been saying it, I've been trying to reverse jinx it. I want some round threes, or I guess more accurately, I don't want round threes. Wink, wink.
No, yeah, I get it. Egret now, though, handling that one, try to send that one out through that, does get it through that left side tube there. Although it does take that the ugly bounce off the station block and a bounce back into the Chaos zone here. Currently scoreless, 33 seconds in, a couple stuns come out. Ooh, Hasko's just tearing it up out there. Damp Potato gets a hand on it, still loses it. Potato gets it right back. Potato now moving in. Ooh, stolen there. Egret picking the pocket, but not before he gets stunned back out. Potato sending that one in off the shield. Boombox with it, he gets stunned out. And now Mango trying to track it down, but it will be Dano picking that one up, trying to get it cleared out, but off of that popcorn block in the ceiling there. Still in the Chaos zone, is it right now?
Yeah, now just trying to find some space maybe, but a quick clear followed by the boost. So splitting off is a chain. They got an open lane. They make it. 3 points counting the way of Acadie, and Dano McFabulous, the assist is a great stack into the efficient goal. You gotta appreciate that for Chaos starting it off.
Yeah, minute 7 in. That's our first goal of round 1 there from Acadie there from Dano. 10 meters out. Good for that 3. Just a solid shot there on the goal, but now it's going to be, that's Boombox handling that one. Going to send it to the far side there to Damp Potato. Potato now moving in on that far side. He's going to walk it up. Defense comes out to pressure. Sends that pass in a little bit high. Nobody home. Now going to bounce, gets sent out of the bubble, ultimately. Potato there to pick that one up. Under pressure by Egret, gets a good pass in there. I believe that was Boombox, but unfortunately wasn't able to connect on the goal. And then picked up by Mango. Trying to send that one back to Hasko for a reset. Going to bounce off that station. And to that near side trap where Hasko try to, no, it's actually going to be Philbus get a hand on it, sending that one out.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it will be retained here by Flatliners, Boombox with it. And don't look now, but over in the Twitch chat, I think we're being invaded by CVRE. I see Dion Purple Raven and CVR League itself in the person. I didn't know it was a person, but I'm glad you're here. So welcome to it. The collegiate leagues here of VR and in Echo Arena just as well. Great to see them. I know supporting these players, supporting Haskell, supporting Acadie. I think one of the two, that Acadie is one of the casters as well and helps out in the league, so it's just great to see all the community support coming through, and with that, trying to support themselves with a passing play, but no, it's going to be denied off that shot. Little ambitious, and Boombox snags it out, but back in again. Acadie.
Yeah, that was just a nice pick 6 there. Of course, it's a pick 3 in the Echo Arena, but Acadie, excuse my stuttering there, but Acadie picking that one up, sending it in for the 3. That's another 10-meter shot. That's 2 10-meter shots, a similar angle from the last one as well.
Yeah.
Just interesting to note. See if we get some more of those here. And Boombox once again handling it there for Flatliner, sending him across to Damp Potato. Damp Potato moving through that far, looking for a long shot. Is going to be on, no, just wide, bouncing out, but Boombox picking that one up. Nice cross pass there over to Damp Potato, and then he gets stuffed as he was pressing in on the bubble there, but no, Hasko has it only for a moment. She gets stuffed. It's going to be Damp Potato getting it back. Empty goal, setting that one in for the 2. And that's their first 2. That's Flatliner's first 2 points on the board here. What's that, 3.5 minutes into round 1. Now cutting that lead down to 4. Still in this one is Flatliner's for sure.
And that shot wasn't just wet, it was damp. And Potato, talk about a potato launcher, I guess. Great job on that score, 6-2. See Dash in there as well in the chat, and then CVRE saying they got the watch party going on. Great to hear. And then Oculus Satyr stopping by, cheering on Philibus as, oh my goodness, busted open the goal with some great regret. It's Egret, 9-2.
Yeah, I feel for Boombox on that one. He drifted out. I've done that before. You know, you're getting back into position, and you think there's a block in a certain spot, and you grab for it. You grab, nothing's there. You keep floating. I've had that happen. It happens to the best of us. But oh, nice move, nice disc movement there off of that. But what a turnover there by Dano. Going for that lock shot. Is he gonna hit it? No, it's gonna hit the that was the pyramid on the back, the cone on the backboard there. And Haskell with the stump picking that one up, gonna get that one cleared out through the near side tube, all the way back into the chaos zone.
And trying to swing, trying to get it is Damp Potato. There's the old Dusty Potato, I guess. Sounds kind of gross, but nonetheless, making the most of this play. It's Boombox heading the way of the goal. Damp Potato putting a stamp with that ferocity on that fling. I mean, that was thrown in with some aggression and some anger, I dare say.
Yeah, that was a nice setup too. I mean, that was that was an absolutely wonderful setup there from Boombox over to Damp Potato. Damp putting that one in for the 2. That's the 2 that they needed here. They're still in this one. That lead is now 5 instead of 4 after that last goal. But still, I mean, that's only a 1-point difference now. Now a dump in there from Damp Potato all the way into the bubble. It's going to take a goofy bounce. Picked up by Boombox, sending it off the backboard. Oh, and it just barely misses the goal and out. And then that's going to be picked up there by Egret, who's going to get that one cleared.
Well, that has a little bit of a chance, but that just ricochets back off the post and back to the barrier and right past it as Philibus gets it. Philibus having it snagged. And mentioned Philibus a moment ago in Oculus Satyr. They were teammates back at Skull Crusaders, if I do recall. And I just want to shout that out because, one of my favorite teams of that season to watch. And, now Oculus Satyr finding himself at the very tip top in Master Tiers. Hold on, Acadie trying to get that over there to Philibus. Philibus now being stunned as Boombox sends it out.
Yeah, it was great defensive play there to stun out those players when they did. But an opportunity there, Acadie taking another shot. That was going to ding off the corner there. Acadie picking it right back up, turning around. Has Egret to the right. Has Philibus behind the goal. Going to go for, I think that was a pass attempt. Dano does pick it up, sends it in for the 2, and they're going to increase their lead to 7 here. With just about 3.5 minutes to go here in this first round.
Indeed, and Cam Jam G, welcome to the chat. Good to see Cam Jam in it, as well as Lulz, Evil Lefty once more, Abchu, how are you? Hazman, welcome as well, and JC3 Live, of course. You guys, we're heading into the thick of it, which is to say the end of it here on this very long night of excellent matches in VR Master League Season 3. This is opening week.
And a very exciting week. It's been a very busy week.
Oh yeah,
at that, especially after all that growth we've seen over the last year, really. But now Philibus sending up and across was a great V there to Acadie, but not able to handle it. Acadie bounce for that was a bounce pass off the floor. Philibus was looking to send it to Dano, but back that one out. Ooh, and that was the right call there. Sends it back to Egret. Egret over to Dano. Dano brings that one back in, slams it for the 2. They've increased that lead to 9 now.
That was a smoking pass from Egret. You mentioned it before we started, Dimwi. You said one of the smartest players you know. Showing it there. That was not only a smart play, but it required some immense precision of a surgeon practically, and he did it.
Yeah, that was absolutely. I mean, that was very impressive. This movement there from those guys for that goal. I mean, yeah, that was those were. I wasn't even expecting that reset pass, to be honest. Ooh, and that one getting very close. Could be picked up there by Egret. He gets stunned out by Haskell. Picked up by Mango. Egret somehow gets it back. Oh, another ding down. Oh, that's 3. Oh, that stings. You know that pain, but they're gonna get another opportunity here. Oh no!
Ding, ding, ding! We have a winner, and Dano finally able to will it in.
The fact that the goal dinged as well. Just, oh, you guys are great. Chaos, you guys are great.
I don't know if you guys caught it too. Dano, after he finally made that, threw the arms up in the air as if he scored a touchdown. Just finally, you could read it in the body language. That was excellent on multiple fronts.
It really was, but now it's going to be Flatliners with an opportunity here. Dan Potato with it on the far side, under pressure, juking around Dano. Oh my goodness. Oh, Dano busted a tire there. As Dan Potato sending that one into Boombox. Boombox is going to hit it.
Talk about a Boombox.
A little play there.
Talk about a Boombox. There was a little dubstep in there. A boom, boom, goes the disc, but found the room for the goal. Wow. I'm sorry, Boombox dubstep. I could not interrupt you for that one. I'm sorry.
No, that was just that was a great sequence. I mean, that was. That was Dano got juked out of his shoes there. I had it happen in a pub game earlier today. I know the feeling, but you hate to see it. But what a grab there by Potato. As that one I believe is off of a head, but ultimately picked up, recovered there by Dano. Dano sending that one in, but picked up by Boombox on the back line. Boombox sending this one right back to the other side. 28 seconds to go here. It will be first round 2 Chaos. But a good setup there over to Potato. Potato ducking. Oh, no. Mishandles that one. Going to bounce down towards the floor. Where will be picked up by, I believe that was Mango. Then Egret with the clear all the way down into the Flatliner zone as we count down to the end of the round.
And one more shot. One more ding. Oh, the butt out of the goal, but they're still going to get an opportunity. And Dano makes it go. So, to say the least, I know it's the obvious one, but can I just say Chaos? It was, that round was Chaos.
At times, yeah, it was a little wild.
Wild it was, but entertaining for sure, and Chaos definitely feeling good with that win. 17 points and looking strong.
Yeah, I mean, it was a convincing win there from Chaos. Chaos, a team Dano has been pushing for. When did he start this team? Preseason, I want to say, and they had a little trouble, keeping the roster together. Then last season, they finally were able to nail down a solid, a consistent roster, and to see them push on into this next season and still improving, still pushing up, But also, I mean, just to say, Flatliners, starting last season and starting this, they started last season, but then they get to start this season going up against a team that's been around for that long. Yeah, really, it really tells you where Flatliners is right now, how they're pushing up, and hoping to see, really curious to see where both these teams are going to be in a few weeks. Yeah.
Can't agree with you more. Flatliners, like you said, showing a lot of life. Contrary to the name, they're trying to make their name known in VRML. They did that last season as well. This team coming in, both of these teams, like I said, familiar by name, but as we know, season to season, things can change, and especially in an off-season like we just experienced, a few months long, a bit extended from what we're used to. So that's why week 1 has been especially curious to see exactly where the developments have been from some of these returning players and teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the intrigue this week is because, there's some teams that started basically the same time. They ended season 2 basically in the same place. It's, that pass doesn't quite take. And, you wait to see who used their time most efficiently in that off. It might not even be, maybe both teams spent the same amount of time, but maybe one team, was spent, all that time drilling, whereas the other one, what a shot from Egret, 32 meters. Wow.
3 grit, and that is amazing on the confident shot. Yeah, you called it, and he's answered it.
Yeah, that was impressive. Impressive is the word. As Hasko sending that one over to that near side tube. Not quite in the hands of the intended receiver, and now going to be sent back. No way. No way.
Way.
I need a second.
Way to go. And up they rise to 6 points. By the by, I don't know if you notice, a wild champion has appeared. It's Mizuchi. Is the Zooch loose? I guess so.
The Zooch is loose.
All right, well, welcome to the stream, even though he can't hear us. Nonetheless, Mizuchi, very, very well known over in the CVRE portions of the community. And
in the game, I think you're talking about chat. I didn't even realize he was in the game.
Oh,
who
no.
Who did he come in for?
Acadie.
He's in for Acadie. Oh my, Egret bringing that one in for the 2. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, Mizuchi, a CVRE champion from I don't know which season. I need to follow those guys more. But I remember for St. Clair. Mm-hmm. He played for St. Clair, star player over there. He also used to go by a different name. I'm not going to call it out publicly. Don't worry, it was Mizuchi. Secret safe with me, although it's not a secret. But no, he's been one of the better goalies around for a very long time. At least if he's still playing goalie, I don't even know if he still plays goalie at this point. It looks like he is playing back. And inverted. He was the first one to really teach me. Just because a goal looks empty doesn't mean it's empty. He was always hiding and waiting for you to send a long shot, and he would come out and take it from you. That was Zuchi's thing in pubs back in the day.
Oh yeah, I remember even seeing some of that at points when Mizuchi was playing in previous seasons of VRML, or perhaps preseason even. I want to say it was maybe inverted he was playing on, which I think is a team that exists again today. But that being said, Mizuchi sending it through. So there's the man himself as he gets it to the blue side. Egret, who's been pretty hot, had some nice shots earlier on, looking for a pass. Filibust. And that was a beautiful dish. Philly cheesesteak at that to Filibust for the 10th point. How about that?
Yeah, this is a very different second round. I mean, that was a beautiful setup. They got the goalie stunned out, so goalie couldn't come out to challenge that cross pass. Defense was only just off, but now going to be picked up there by Dano. Dano, another ding. That was going to bounce out of the bubble. Or Damp Potato will pick that one up. Juke around a little bit, trying to get away from Filibust. Filibust picking the pocket, sending that one in deep. It's going to be dinging right off the side there, and then slapped out of the bubble. Back towards that near side wall, where Damp Potato looks like may get there first. He gets a hand on it, trying to turn it around. Gets stunned out. Egret sending it in.
Oh no. Ooh. I think Egret is he's feeling it tonight, Dimwi. Whatever it is, it's being felt.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 11 points on the game. He's tied with Dano. They're both at 11 right now.
This is true.
They're the only 2 in the game to have more than 2 goals scored.
And as that gets taken by Mizuchi, quick shout out as well. Neon Purple Raven, that is Neon Purple. Amazing. Thank you for the Twitch sub. Maybe Damp Potato can score that 3 just as a little reward, but I guess not, unfortunately. So maybe we need some more. Just kidding. Mango here is gonna try and score nonetheless, tapping it over. Actually, I'm so sad that didn't go through. That would have been an amazing highlight.
It would have been, absolutely. But now handled there by Damp Potato. Another opportunity. Mishandles that one. That one's going to get sent out of the bubble. Picked up there by Boombox. Boombox sending it in, but they're right in the hands of Dano. And Dano's going to get that one cleared out through that near side tube, bouncing all the way to the far side trap there. And then a little, maybe some misgrabs there, but ultimately picked up by Filibust. So they'll turn this one around. That is Chaos now moving in on the flatliner zone here. Filibust going to send that one back just out of reach of, that was Egret moving in off the back line. Now Egret's going to get there to pick that one up. Egret now going to send that one down. Has Dano. Dano going to turn this one around. Has Filibust in deep. Filibust, not able to handle that one. Actually gets stunned out. This is loose. Going to be tracked down by Damp Potato. Who's going to try to turn this one around. Gets it cleared out. Does get it cleared out and into the Chaos zone.
And as it goes back into the bottom of the trench, see mid lane kind of interfered by Damn Potato. Damn Potato's really been doing a good job to, again, dish out those potatoes. Just a fist of fury and trying to clog up the mid lane if possible, as Dano does take this disc right back. 4 minutes. We've got the 13-point advantage here. And Blither Soup, that's a great name. Thank you for the follow, as Egret tries to follow this up with another score, nearly saved by Boombox.
Yeah, it looks like Boombox got the hand on it, but it goes in nonetheless. And yeah, that's a 15-point lead here for Chaos with just about 3.5 to go once we come to the tubes here. Yeah, this went from a convincing victory to a very convincing victory. I know that doesn't actually mean anything. I'm just talking, but you know that this is a. You know, it's a really good game for Chaos, and I think it really shows how they've been improving. Flatliners, you know, still moving up, but you know, they're kind of going against this Chaos team that's clearly, you know, it's one of those situations where it's not, you know, you have one team that kind of serves it to another, and you want to think, you know, there's a big disparity between the skill there. And the disparity is not that great. You know, it's clearly, you know, Chaos has improved to a significant degree, but these guys in Flatliners, you know, I know they're fantastic players. Just clean up some of those things, and I mean, they're going to continue pushing up, you know, throughout the season.
Yeah,
I'm confident of it.
Yeah, and you know, again, I love me some Flatliners, but for Chaos as well, just. It's good to see after all this time. Oh, was that a headbutt save again? 2 matches in a row where it just results in the goal anyways, as Boombox puts it back. That was close. It looked like one.
Save.
Was it? Because
well, whether it was headbutt or not, did you see what he did there? He sat behind the goal plane, which I would. If you were to ask me for advice, like goalie advice, one of my, if you were to ask me, should I ever try to bait by sitting behind the goal? I would tell you absolutely not. But that's something that Mizuchi does, and this isn't being critical of him. That's you know, like his thing is his thing, and you see it pay off there as the goal looks open.
Yeah,
but he still gets a stop on it.
And that is, again, a testament to just the experience and craftiness of a player, knowing when he can get away with such things. And that's yeah, good look there from Mizuchi. Mizuchi now trying to get a good look over to the Philibus pass, and Philibus will complete it. 19-2. And thank you, by the way, to Hazman16 for the subscription. 1 month at Tier 1. Appreciate that very much as well. And for Neon earlier saying, appreciate the work you guys all do, and good luck with the season. And yeah, same to you guys. You know, all part of this same, you know, huge and growing community in the VR scene, CVRE. Love them, and yeah, I love that you guys stopped by here today. So thank you for doing so, as this round does come to a close in the next minutes.
That one cleared back into the Flatliner zone here. Yeah, minute 15 on the clock. Egret sending that one in, and he's going to hit that one for the 3, and that will be a mercy victory there for Chaos here in round 2. 22-2 over Flatliners. Yeah, just a very solid game there from Chaos. Flatliners, they came to play. I mean, you know, that first round was much closer than the second round. Then Chaos brings in Mizuchi there on the roster, and because I believe those were 2 roster players they swapped out between rounds.
Yeah,
they didn't even, I don't believe they even took a timeout to do it. They were prepped. They were prepped just in case, and yeah, it you know, you saw a very different round 2 there. After that player change. So I'm not saying Mizuchi was it, but sometimes, you know, just changing the flavor around can sometimes give you a little boost.
Yeah, well, that was kind of a topic of discussion earlier on. We saw something sort of similar at one of the other streams, and I think it was a second match of the day, casting with NightFiree. We were talking about how the development of Echo might be heading into that general direction in the long term, where it's a really widespread thing in terms of roster switching between rounds and between matches, and, you know, really filling out the full 6-man rosters that VR Master League enables. And you know, I don't think, you know, it's in the cards yet, at least not in a widespread fashion, but I think you're seeing little bits and pieces of that across Season 2 and Season 3. And I think as the game continues to blow up, as it has, eventually you are going to see it just turn more and more and more into that kind of mishmash of esport and, you know, real sport, traditional sport, you know, and find those big rosters with these just chock full of skilled players that can switch on a dime as necessary. It's a cool part of Arena, and the future of Arena at that. So with that, chicken in a box as well. Thank you for the follow. If I didn't say it before, I might have, but I remember soup. I'm not sure I remember chicken. Chicken noodle soup, I don't know, but Blither soup, chicken, thank you for that. Again, Hazman and Neon Purple Raven, CVRE, for joining us here, supporting the stream, supporting the teams, and supporting the big parts of their, their community here, between casters, players, and what have you. It's all one effort. And it's a bright future ahead, certainly. And with that, I think, Dimwi, any final thoughts on these matches today that we've gone on for either Channel 1 or Channel 2 or Channel 3? It's been full all day.
No final thoughts, except let me double check, and I'm just gonna double. Wait, what is today? Today's Thursday? Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be doing one more. Over on Channel 2 in about 30 minutes. Knights in the Bed versus Ancient Athletes.
There you go.
So we're gonna have one more tonight over on Channel 2 there. But this is a great day of games. We saw a lot of fantastic performance from everybody. We saw a lot of the new casters getting a lot of time in. That's something else I love. I love seeing is all the new casters getting that's one thing that really blew me away at the start of the season when you brought in the new casters and the content creators. Those guys hit the ground running. I mean, just right out the door going. Oh, yeah. They didn't even wait for you to unlock the gate. That lock is broken. Gates are broken open.
They busted down the door. That's me. But you know what? I'm happy that they did because the fruits of those labors are already showing this week across these casts that we've gotten covered.
Yeah, they really are.
Day and night. And same content creation, the fruits of those labors are going to be showing very, very soon as well. They're doing some great work over in those channels. So for sure, a lot of great things to expect from this community and from the production team on VRML as well as the mod team extended. Thank you guys. One final time again. I guess join us at the after party, which is to say in 30 minutes on Channel 2. Very fitting for, I guess,
I like the way you put that.
Yeah, an after party. I mean, I got some familiar faces that I've met at previous lands at OC6, so it's only fitting that we have one more, I suppose, right after, and Dimwi shall be the host, so good stuff. Everyone at home, be happy, healthy, and safe, and good to each other. Once again, I've been Palidore and SirDimwi. By my side, Minihat earlier on, as well as Acadie and Caption, SputnikKobra, Glean, SuperDope, NightFiree, and I'm probably still missing some more. Lanzin, definitely. And Ollie. Watch me have nailed that list. I'll see you again real soon. Good night. Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.